Yes, yes, yes. How are you, people? It is a Spork of Ice and Fire. We are back. I don't know. Yeah, we did stream maybe last week. I don't remember, but it's been a while since I streamed. So I am just happy to be streaming right now with you fine folks here on the YouTubes and the Rumbles and the X. I am Scott with Sporking News Podcast, and this is a Spork of Ice and Fire where we talk a Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Fire and Blood, Dunk and Egg, anything in that genre. And we also will up and coming be talking about Harry Potter, the new series, stuff like that. Anything in this fantasy wizarding world that I love to talk about because I'm a mentality of a child. With me tonight, though, we have the handsome, the masculine Mason from Free Folk of the Fandom.
What's going on, everybody? I'm glad to be here. I can actually stay a while this time. I'm really excited to talk about Song of Ice and Fire stuff. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's do this. I love your intro. You really got to work on that. Just be free, bro. It's my channel. Just say whatever you want after about 8 seconds. So that's why I do the minute countdown, because someone always swears when we first get on. And I've realized if I don't do the minute countdown, I usually get demonetized on that video or stream. So it's really smart just to do the countdown so that once we freaking swear, I said freaking, it's fine. Sir Gregor McGrant, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Happy to be here. I love talking about this entire world. House of Dragons got me back into it, and it's all its fault if it crushes my dreams again, because unlike a lot of people, Scott's actually convinced me that the damn book is coming out this year.
It's coming out.
So now I've got my hopes up. So, yeah.
All the clues are there. I just don't want to tell you the clues, but they're there.
That's the problem. I've been going through all the different books. There are so many clues to so many different things. I'm convinced that he knows who killed JFK. There's so many hints and clues in every book.
Yeah.
So
See,
well, speaking about the book, so when A Dance with Dragons came out, George went to his British publishers and then waited 3 months and then posted a really cryptid not a blog.
Yep.
Yeah, and had some imagery of there that was like referencing the book. And then he just did that again. It was that one that I shared it was like a month ago or something like that. It had a blue rose on it. It was like
it's about Liana
dead or something. Is that right? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was it was something like that hinted to A Dance with Dragons. Like the title itself. I believe that was one of the cryptic ones.
Dance. He had been referencing it, calling it his King Kong, and he posted 3 months after he met with his British publishers, Kong is dead.
Yes.
And this time he wrote it was some poem. It's like something's in the wind.
Yes. Yeah, it had something to do with the winds. Yeah. Not Women of the Press. That's a different blog, but he always writes on that. But yeah, George, and he's been losing a lot of people. So, I understand that he hasn't really been too outgoing with what he's going to publish this year. But I really do think around end of November, beginning of December, we may see it. And I don't care what anybody says.
I hope you're right. I think it'll be annoying because I've just bought that collection, which means I'm going to have to get another one.
Yeah. It's still a dope collection you got.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't lie about that.
It really is.
So yeah, because you mentioned the blue rose, blue flower, that
was it.
Lyanna Stark.
Yes, it was.
It's stuff to do with the Tower of Joy, which is also the #1 song from Game of Thrones. I still think.
Well, it's also
I don't know,
John, because it says like the blue rose in the ice cell that Dany sees.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that was when she was in the house. What's his name? I just said it a minute ago. He did nothing wrong.
House of the Undying.
Yeah, House of the Undying. Yep.
Yeah, where the hell was it, man? It was a very just boom. That was it. I'll find it. But yeah, I want to believe, who doesn't, that We're gonna get it. I know a lot of people like it's become like to love to hate that. Like I feel like some people um like are so entrenched on he's not releasing the book. Like at least like Gary, like Nerd Rock, he'll say like he doesn't think any of the books are coming out, but if they do, he's dedicating his channel to it. You know what I mean? Others just like they're so into it's not coming out that they kind of like will not accept if it does. Like the minute it comes out, I have a feeling there will be YouTubers that'll be like, well, we're never getting Dreams of Spring. And it's like, dude, we just got like I'd be happy with a Winds of Winter, man. I'd be like so stoked if we just got a Winds of Winter, and then I can fandom, right the end with Preston Jacob or something. I don't know. Because I just want to read this next book because I feel like it's going to give us the closure of a lot of stuff.
I think the opposite. I think it's just going to open up. I think we're going to have way more questions. That's what I think. I think we're going to get one or two things. I think the big thing that we're going to get is what's happening with John. Whether he's actually dead, whether he's he's a fire white, whether he turns into the Lizard King. I don't know. So, but I think we're going to get that. Or what he's going to do is he's going to split it like he did with the other two books, and we're going to get half the character's perspective, and then we're going to get the other half later on.
Yeah. Aussie ASMR multi-layered. That's is Barry. Absolutely right. That's Barry. All right.
Barry.
It's Barry. This is the one. This is the one right here, and I'm gonna make it a little smaller so we can actually see it. But it's the blue rose, and then it's dreams have only one owner at a time. That's why dreamers are lonely. So some people actually think that means he's going into the next book. And that's what he did with the other one. He wrote something about the winds, meaning he was done with the Dance with Dragons and he was going into the Winds of Winter. So a lot of people thought, I'm not going to lie. I thought Words of Wisdom, and maybe Stig did too, who just popped on. What is up, Stig?
Oh, I'm up.
What's up, man?
Nothing much. Can't stay for too long, though.
Yeah, no worries. What do you think about this? The Words of Wisdom, and then his little quote back on March 11th with the blue rose.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, he had done the same when he was right before the fifth book was announced. So I saw a video. I think maybe it was Mason who had posted it, where some people were talking about how it just might be an announcement, right? Coming.
Right.
But yeah.
It's a good sign.
It sounded legit.
Yep.
And it was the exact amount of letters as well as was the last time.
The last one, right. And,
yeah.
and he also the tags are dreams and writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so.
Well, one of the last times he did do a quote, and it was about dreams. It was Oscar Wilde's one. A dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight. His punishment that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. That was one that he did before.
Okay. And when was that? Like 2000.
Sorry, I got something going on in the background. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. All right. Family's behind him. He has to do what he has to do.
I had a thought, though. You know how Jon Snow might be Lightbringer?
Yeah.
Because Lucifer means Lightbringer.
Yeah.
And he's the 999th Lord Commander, which is 666 reversed.
Yeah.
It is, though, because they removed
upside down. Yeah.
Yeah. So Arthur Dane, which might be Mance Rayder, is called the Sword of the Morning. Do you think he's going to be Jon's protector?
Ooh.
Sword of the Morning, right? If Lucifer is, like
and wielding dawn.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like they're linked very much so.
Yeah. That's a really you know what I mean? That would make a lot of sense. There's a lot, my wife's laughing at me. There's a lot of stuff that we've been talking about in the DM chat. A lot of theories we've been talking about. And there was one I wanted Grant to talk about. He brought up, but we'll wait for him. You've been talking about quite a few theories. Any that you want to share that we could discuss?
We can discuss whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. I like
But,
the Dorn ones we've been talking about.
But I don't remember what they were.
Let me see. Dantos mentioned that he had been working a bit for Varys. Near the end of book 2,
Yeah.
he gives Sansa that necklace. This is before the Tyrells arrive in King's Landing. So there's
Yeah.
like a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Varys is connected to almost all the shit. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And when I noticed that, I think it was when Dantos and Sansa were talking. It was before the Battle of Blackwater or during. I can't remember. No, he gave her the necklace during.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, not Blackwater. He gave her the necklace. The necklace. It wasn't during
No.
Blackwater. It was after.
Yes,
I thought it was. Oh, okay. I thought the necklace was before the wedding. You're
No,
right.
no.
No, it's much earlier. You're much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. In the show, it's later. It's after the Tyrells have arrived and all. But in the books, it's when they're waiting to basically, Ilan Payne's going to chop their heads off and all that stuff.
Yep. Yep.
But before that was when he was mentioned that he had made some money because Varys will hire people to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So it might have been the Sansa chapter before the Blackwater chapter with her.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so he's working for Varys, and now all of a sudden he has a necklace. Because it's
Yep.
not the Tyrells that gave him that necklace, because they're not there yet.
No. Oh, that is a good question. And then what another one you had where you shocked a couple people in the chat, which we've or in our DM, like some of the YouTubers that are in that DM with us. But we've talked about it so much, but you just threw it out there with some pictures, which was, you know what? I am actually going to bring it up. I don't know if I can, I don't know how to do that without showing all my DMs, but okay. The children of Loki. In the books, Loki equals Bloodraven, who also seems to be the Lord of Light. His children are Bran, Dany, and Stoneheart or Melisandre. We don't know yet, whom are all directly influenced and given gifts, power directly by the Lord of Light. And then you put, and I don't know how to pronounce the name. Is it Vaskar or Kasvar? Kvasir?
Oh, Kvasir.
Kvasir.
The old search engine. Yeah, the old search engine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me Google that. I'll do that right now. A god said to be wise beyond his years, like Jojen, little grandfather. Wicked dwarves trap him and took his blood to make mead of poetry to gain wisdom and power, like the children of the forest most likely made Jojen pace. I mean, that one I didn't know. That was the first time I've heard that one. That was awesome.
Well, there's a few others, like
Yeah.
Heimdall.
Mm-hmm.
He's known as the Watcher, and he lives on the Bifrost Bridge. He's supposed to blow a horn when Ragnarok happens.
Yep.
He's also the wisest and the palest of the gods. Pale can also mean cowardly.
I was gonna say, isn't he black? Oh, that's in Marvel. My bad.
If you think about it, Sam Tarley.
Oh,
I'm the Watcher on the wall,
yeah.
right? And he's the wisest up there, the most cowardly.
Yep.
Incidentally, he's born on Horn Hill, and he has a horn. He's the only one that has a horn, really.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the horn that can bring down the wall.
Maybe.
Gee, what's that called?
The Horn of Winter.
Yeah.
No, it's got a different name.
What if it summons the winter?
It
It's
could.
the worst. Yeah.
Well, it could bring the winter so strong that it knocks down the wall.
Maybe.
Yeah. Jojen paste is a bit salty. So warm.
You know what? You know what though? The chapter where it's a brand chapter, and he's looking out the cave or something,
Yeah.
and it's bad weather, and the language used is like, lightning slashed the sky, and the flash cut through the night sky. It's cutting and slashing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you could see flashes of what's happening to Jojen at that very same moment. The children of the forest.
The horn of Joramun was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, the Horn of Joramun. Yeah. Isn't that the Horn of Winter?
No.
They don't really know what the Horn of Winter is. They know there
say
is
the
a Horn of
the-
Winter.
The horn of Joramun is the one that can brings the wall down.
I thought they were intertwined. I thought they were the same. The Horn of Winter and the Horn of Joramun. Maybe I just think of it as the Horn of Winter.
We don't know. It might be the same horn. It also might be the one Euron has, or the Victarion, isn't it? It has the horn that turns.
Well, Victarion has it now. The dragon horn.
Yeah. Well,
it's supposed to be a dragon binder. We don't know.
Well,
he
the
already
dragon
blew it,
binder
too.
can get the dragons to melt the wall.
Damn it! I just hit my elbow so hard. Sorry about that.
It depends on the what magic that binds the wall as well, whether the dragonfire would work.
Well, Mason was about to say it, right? Mason, you were about to say he already blew that one horn.
Yeah, they already blew it, and it ends up killing two guys.
It killed the slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the same time, Danny's dragon freaks out.
Yeah. Across the narrow sea. Yeah. Now
Yeah,
I have a feeling that I have a feeling that Sam already has Jormun's horn, or the Horn of Winter. The horn that was found with that dragon glass up on the Fist of the First Men. I have a weird feeling that's something special.
You know what else though? The wall melts. We're told that because they keep saying that the wall is weeping, and they're afraid it's going to shrink.
Yeah.
So magic doesn't protect the wall itself; it's just the foundation, which is hinted at when Melisandre crosses into Storm's End. She can't release the shadow baby until she's passed
under the walls, right?
Yeah. So it's like the same warding system.
Well,
so
both Brand the Builder,
bringing down the wall doesn't require magic. I think. Yeah, I suppose you can do it with magic, but it's not required. But it's the foundation that's the key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because that's obviously that's where everything is, and there's also the theory that within the wall is a bunch of like weirwood trees and everything, and it's like the blood sacrifice. So when
I thought they were giants.
When the men of the wall die, that's the blood sacrifice for.
I don't know if I ever brought this up to you guys. And Mason, I'll let you go next because I know you have something to say. I always thought when it said, the history is, or the myth is Brand the Builder helped build the wall with the help of the giants. And I always assumed that like he used the giants as a sacrifice in the wall. Kind of like
do you think they're still in the wall?
Yeah, like Attack on Titan type thing. Like they're in the wall.
Here's a question though: what kind of giants? Well, what if it's ice dragons?
That too, because they are in this world.
Well, just remember giants, his first story is canon within the world.
Yeah, and if it is ice dragons, that makes a bigger sense. That like when Alicent flew her dragon up to the wall, it got all weird and freaky near the wall. It didn't want to go near it because ice dragons are much bigger than fire breathing dragons. So maybe it sensed those dragons already there and it didn't want to get closer to a predator. There's one just off the top of my head. Mason, you had something to say, buddy. You got to just rip into us and jump in.
So I was gonna say, do you any of you know if Samuel Tarly actually tried to blow the horn? Because I know John and the others tried it and said it was broken. But if he's going to be the one to break the wall, then like
did they try blowing the horn? I didn't remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no sound came out of it.
They said it was broken, but they couldn't figure out why it was broken. so they just gave it to Sam.
It's
Um,
You know
like
what,
it's like a sword in the stone scenario. Only the right person can do it.
or just he'll find some way of fixing it at the Citadel or over in Marine if he
he'll
goes
just try.
there.
He'll just try cutting off all the bad bits. He's good at
Yeah,
that.
all the bad
It
bits.
works.
That's how you cure it, man. No one ever thought of that.
Well, what if you have to be a white?
Well,
Like,
that's
you
the
know,
thing.
the-
Pretty sure they're all white.
That could be it. That could be part of the reason John dies, comes back, then he can use it.
Yeah, but Sam is away with the horn again. So
Yeah.
He
Can I
needs
just
to
stop
try.
real quick and say Morgan Sides, that's one of the nicest things someone's put. I've never even read the books or watched the show, but I like listening to your theories and speculations. I hope for your sake the books come out. That's really nice of you. Thank you.
Read the
I've had
books.
other people like One Man Show isn't into it, but he enjoys our passion about how we're into it. And I really appreciate anybody who watches this. And even if you don't like the books, understand that, you know, we're within a fandom. We're excited for this fandom, even though a lot of people talk shit about the fandom. And we do too, because we're pissed. But
here's a thought, though.
Yeah.
What if someone like Lady Stoneheart blows the horn that Victarion has? Her lungs won't be affected.
no. Or Danny.
Yeah,
'Cause she's a fire
a-
white.
I think she might be.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's
I mean, we
try it on
definitely
Catelyn
know.
first, just in case it kills her, because then
Right,
that would
we
make us
definitely-
happy again.
Yeah, we definitely know Lady Stoneheart is dead. She does have the crown of iron.
you know what I noticed? Stoneheart was foreshadowed when I think it was when Catelyn found out that Bran and Rickon were dead. They're not dead, but she thinks so.
Mhm.
She was praying to the Seven,
Mhm.
and she prayed. I think it was to the stranger. She prayed for the. She wished she could speak with the dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then when she's Stoneheart, they say she speaks with the language of the dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she got what she wanted. in a
I mean,
way.
dude, he
Maybe.
foreshadows
And yet,
so
and yet
much.
she still complains.
I know,
That's typical.
just like
Yeah,
a
like-
lady.
But
But you know what?
Doesn't
Good-
John
that
refer
was
to
good.
her as like the lady with a heart of stone or something like that?
Something to that
He's-
effect. Yeah, there is a reference to her being stone-hearted,
Yeah,
but
just
or like
completely heartless to him.
or her she's very stone-faced or something like that. Yeah. And she got what she deserved. At Stormed Sept, women, am I right, Shane? Yeah, dude, God, I love talking about this stuff. I really do. I mean, people keep telling me like, why do you do these streams? Because I love it.
There's little hints and tidbits all over the book.
From
You don't
from the
catch them
prologue.
if you do the audiobook, I think, but if you
Mhm.
read them,
Mhm.
you see it, so it's easier
Yeah.
to catch, I think.
Yeah,
So that's how I've been catching a lot of stuff now, though. You know, stuff I wouldn't have caught the first time I read it.
There
well,
was-
definitely rereads.
Th-
Rereads.
It's not rereads definitely, but there was one thing. One of the I can't remember which channel it was because I've been going into so many different bloody channels. But they got a hold of the
Preston Jacob.
the notes
Yeah.
from one of the books, and George was adamant that this one of these pages had to be edited this way. He said, "No, it has to go on this one." It's
Oh,
like
no.
it's too many lines, and it's just like I'm wondering if there's like a like a vertical poem or a clue or something like that. Why would he insist so much?
Like the Bible
on-
code.
Yes, so like I'm wondering if there's something like that, but because they said you need to get rid of this part. He's like, this part has to stay. It has to stay in this order. This many and this on this page exactly the way it is.
That's cool.
And he was
Have
adamant
you-
about this one page.
Have you caught the Preston Jacob ones where they're talking about the first drafts of
First
Game of
draft stuff,
Thrones?
yeah, there's-
Yeah, of all the
but
books.
it wasn't
They're
Jacob.
kind of
It was
interesting. No, I
the
know that.
guy. It was the guy who actually did it because he's got a channel. He actually went back to the library where it was at, and they're all being pulled. All the
Oh, so
first
it's the
drafts.
same guy he gets it from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's the actual source.
yeah. The kid he's
Quasar,
actually
or something.
really
I can't think of
interesting.
his freaking name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, because he was saying like there was a lot of little clues. Like the editor said, is Benjamin Cold Hands, and he went absolutely not.
Mm.
You know,
Well, that one's fake. George
What?
that
Martin,
one
I
was
think
fake.
yeah, I think it was the publisher or George Martin said that one was fake. The one with Benjamin.
I never heard that. Really?
So Benjamin is
Yeah.
Cold Hands.
No, he's not.
No, he can't be.
No, we don't know. But the note that was supposedly from, it was on the side of the page.
You telling me someone on the internet lied to me?
No, you know
I don't
it's.
know.
You
Maybe
know
the
it's.
publisher lied to damage control.
Well, the way I look at it is, it's. I don't know.
But yeah, the Benjamin one
forgot
was
what I was gonna
supposed to be
say.
fake.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Benjamin definitely can't be Cold Hands, just for the simple fact that, I mean, we discussed this, I think, last week or the week before. When reference to who is Cold Hands, the Leaf, the child of the forest, tells Bran he was a brother of the Night's Watch a very long time ago. And for Leaf, a long time ago, they live hundreds of years. So a long time ago for them is 1,000 of years.
Oh,
it's
in any case, it's longer than a year and a half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he could easily be the Night's King.
Well, no, I mean,
That's silly.
making
Bran
penance.
known his uncle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think he would know his uncle. He's like, when did he learn the old tongue?
Yeah, that's another thing. You just don't get the old tongue just from being killed.
Right.
He was killed when they used that language, because they also point out that his armor is really old. My theory, though, is that it's the last hero, because we know that he was last seen being chased by the White Walkers, and nobody's seen him again.
So the last hero is Cold Hands?
Maybe that's just what I think.
Yeah, you brought that up before. I thought that was an interesting one too.
Yeah, because
I'd always assumed there was a separation, like that they weren't the same person.
Well, I don't know, but Nan probably told that story for a reason, though, and it got cut off when Rob enters.
Yes, it does. It stops when Rob enters. Yeah, man, I always wanted to hear the end of that one. And I always
just
felt
want a
like
book about Nan's stories. That's it. Just
Amen,
Nan's storybook.
Nan's storybook. I would totally read that to my children. Terrify them.
Well, imagine having someone, when you're a kid, having someone like that telling you an unlimited amount of stories like that, though.
Yeah. Just and like real like mythology, like not even stories, like the myths of your land. Like that's pretty cool.
So, who do you think Old Nan is?
I don't think she's like Sierra Sea Star or anyone like that. Melisandre might be Sierra Sea Star, but I don't think so either. Some people have said that.
I think we're not going to be told who Nan is.
Have we ever even been? She's not dead or alive. We have no.
So
we don't know what happened to her.
So what happened was when Winterfell got sacked, she disappeared. But
Right.
I can't remember whose direwolf it was. Looked up and saw a dragon fly up, or what appeared to be like a dragon flying off, and that was the last that we heard.
No, George Martin said she's at the Dreadfort.
Yeah, but he hasn't written anything about that. That's the thing. He's just said it.
Yeah, I just said it.
Yeah,
That'd be a shitty place to be at. The Dreadfort.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane's saying the same thing. Yeah, he had the last hero had 12 companions, a horse, and a dog. And he was the only one that lived with a broken sword looking for the children of the forest.
So there were 13 of them, and there were 13 White Walkers in the show, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there's a link between that, though.
No.
I think that was just
yeah, most.
well,
I think
was there 13? Because we didn't we in the show we saw them create another one at Craster's Keep.
right. Craster's
No,
kids.
yeah, no. At the shrine thing they had in the north, when they arrived with the baby, and it's the first time we see the Night King. It's like he walks.
Oh, in the show. In the show.
Yeah, he walks towards the screen, and there's 6 on each side of him.
Okay. That I don't remember, but I remember the part. I just don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel that the we're gonna find out more about this pact between the White Walkers and the Last Hero or Azor Ahai or whoever. Most likely the Last Hero. Do we think that the creation of them will be the Children of the Forest created them to fight man?
I hope not. I don't.
I hate that idea. Also,
So you put dragon glass into someone's chest while they're tied to a weirwood, and that turns him into an ice demon.
Yeah, I think it would be done
That's
differently.
also allergic to dragon glass.
Yeah, that's why it kills them. I just find it interesting that I've always wondered about the pact. Like the first men and the children were fighting for so long, and then finally they meet at the Isle of Faces in the God's Eye, and the pact between them is men get everything but like the deep forests, and that's all the Children of the Forest get. And it's just like that just sounds like a one-sided deal. So to me it was like
why would they agree to that? There's no reason
I feel like they were losing and they were forced to, and what happens is this is their yeah, go ahead.
Or that's the only thing they wanted, the forest with the weirwoods.
But it was the deep forest. It wasn't even like all the weirwoods. I'll read that part. It always blows my mind what they got.
I mean, okay, so say for instance, it could have been something like they were. It's hard to know because their relationship with like Bloodraven and everything. It's a really. I don't know where they stand. See,
I think he has more.
I think it's the other way around.
Nah, I don't think he's using them, but I think he has decided that because of everything he's been through in his life, that he doesn't care for after he sacrificed himself for the realm and was sent to the wall for it. I almost feel like when he met the children, he decided he was no longer fighting for the man, and he decided to go, kind of sold himself for the knowledge. Like, I will work with you guys to your goal so I can know all this knowledge. Because he was always about knowledge. He was always about finding out what people, oh shit, I do it every time. Finding out what people were saying, and the Weirwood Net is like the ultimate, whisper network. So I don't know.
He was also said to use the mist and birds.
Yeah. Yep.
But it could be that he's like, okay, they rejected me. I want revenge on Westeros.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he something he did where Mormont knew of it. Benjen knew of it. And they almost like ashamed of it, maybe. That's why they look the other way to Craster. That's why they do certain things they do. That's why he allows this raven spying on him.
They have to know about what's going on with Craster. There's no way in which they
no, they definitely do. They definitely do. I mean, John, one of them sees it. Either John or Sam sees them pick up the baby. Right? That's in the book.
No, that's not in the book.
Damn it. I can't remember. I thought he does see it.
No one sees it, but they know.
Huh.
They know he gives away the male kids. That's it. You never see. Well, unless it happens when they return. And there's that mutiny, but I don't think so.
There's nothing's written down that anyone sees it that I know of.
Yeah. So real quick.
I just read book 2. Nobody.
Yeah. No, nobody. Okay.
No.
This is the pact. So it was entered into by the Green Seers and the Wood Dancers of the Children of the Forest and the chief and heroes of the First Men on a small island in the middle of the large lake known as the God's Eye in the Riverlands. The children retained the standing forests and the first men were able to settle the open land, i.e., the coastland, the high plains, the bright meadows, the mountains, and bogs, while agreeing not to put any more weirwoods to the axe. So all they got were the standing forests, but yet men are still in forests. Like they're not. I don't get it. Like look at King's Landing. I mean, you have the King's Wood. There, men are all over it. Like they're everywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying when it comes to the pack. I think the only reason that they would have agreed to it is if they were told to agree to it. I think there's someone bigger that's calling the shots to it. They said, "You've got to do this. We're biding our time. Our time will come." Blah blah. Something along those lines. You know, because I don't. It doesn't make sense for them to agree.
Sorry. Yeah, it's.
Sorry,
it's
do I need
crazy.
to hit my mic to
yeah, I just got to keep hitting it. I just got to keep hitting it. You know, and the funny thing is you got the Sacred Order of Green Men.
And the pack's been broken. That's what I'm saying a number of times.
Well, a number of times. But the Green Men, I mean, yeah, the Andals come over and they don't give a shit about anybody's pact. But you got the Green Men and they were established to keep watch over the Isles of Faces where the pact has been carved into the weirwood. What I don't understand is so no one's really been to that island. I mean, we hear about what's his name? Oh God, the Bog, the Howland Reed. Yeah, Howland Reed is like the first person allowed to be on the island, like and stay, probably to return even for like probably a millennia at least. So where are these green men? Like, are they like ageless? You know, because they are men, I believe, but are they ageless? Are they somehow breeding more? Like, who are the green men? Because I want to say, isn't there some like reference to people like being part of the order or no? Like, how do you become part of that order? Do we ever hear about that in the books? I feel like I remember something I read, but I don't. I can't pull it out of my ass right now.
You know who doesn't fit with the reeds and stuff? You paid attention to this too. Mira Reed. She doesn't look like any of them. And
she looks like John.
Well, Bran pointed out that she looks like Arya. She looks a lot like Arya, and we're told that Arya looks like Lyanna.
Right. And more like John
seen.
Too. And like John,
she's the
her
prince that
father
was promised. That's a clever idea.
She could be his twin sister. You never know.
They did mention, I think it was the showrunners and George Martin that mentioned it was going to be like a Skywalker thing in the show, but that they never did it. So, you know, twins being split, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I thought it was weird that she doesn't look at all like Howland is described. And she doesn't look like her brother at all. And Bran thinks she looks like Arya. And we've been told that Arya looks a lot like Lyanna.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, she could be
like
a Stark.
Twice. It's like a hint one removed there.
Right. Well, because some of us, I lean towards thinking that Howland Reed and Ashara Dane got married. And that is her child either with Ned or with him. I don't know which one.
Ned.
Or they split the kids. Like
they split the kids up.
I think that's
probably
that's
it.
More than
that's probably
more. Like literally, I definitely think it's like a Star Wars Luke Skywalker scenario.
Yeah, and I could see George doing that. He takes from so many different great writers and.
Well, look at the Tullys. Look who he named all the bloody Tullys after. Of course, he takes
Kermit.
stuff from the real world.
Yeah.
Kermit, Grover, Elmo, bloody.
I never heard this one. Nettles.
Yeah,
who is a
that's one
dragon
that
seed.
I was discussing this on a podcast the other day about it.
Yeah,
that we were reading.
I wouldn't think she's old Nan, but because I want to say isn't she from like the Summerlands or like a darker set of people in East Essos, right? Maybe I'm wrong. But she disappears.
The thing that this doesn't say, the theory is that she's using some sort of glamour or anything, because every time that Nans has been described with doing something, she's always got knitting needles with her. and they're saying that that's her, her charm, her glamour charm sort of thing.
If anything, I think she's a Targaryen, or like of the Targaryen.
I definitely think that she's a dragon rider.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, he's right when he says
she knows too much.
She rides off on a dragon when Theon sacks the Winterfell. Like it's almost like a throwaway line. Like, you're crazy to think that. And George loves those things.
The bloody bed that where we think Lyanna has died, right? We don't even know if it's Lyanna's bed. We just because he's having flashes,
and it is right? From sickness.
Yeah, but a twin birth would be a complicated birth in medieval times. And then you have that Septa that seems to have had a C-section.
Yeah, but I always thought she was somebody. Like, if anybody, she could be Lyanna Stark. Because people think she's a Shara Dane. I'm like, no, because I think we would know when Tyrion meets her, he doesn't bring up her eye color, which a Shara Dane was known for having these gorgeous eyes. But I could see her being closer to a Stark when they describe her. She's handsome as for a woman, they say, and for an older woman, it could easily be Lyanna.
Yeah, and she's both are at the right age. But I did notice when Tyrion is at the whorehouse with what's her name? Started with an A. He notices the whore's eyes, all of them.
That's right. Yeah.
So he pays attention to eyes. So
yes, that's a big thing with him.
Yeah.
Unless
any sort of physical disability or anything out of the ordinary, he finds fascinating. So yeah.
Right.
Unless her tits were so fantastic, he just didn't look at the eyes.
He does eventually when he finishes.
Yeah.
Did I say Green Hand? It's Green Men, right? Yeah, Order of the Green Men.
You said Order of the Green Hand first.
Oh, you know what? Because that's one of my favorite YouTube channels.
I assume that's what you were talking about. Something.
I love those guys, and they haven't been around in a while. I did get a message when I reached out that they'd just been really busy. So I'm praying they come back because they're one of the coolest YouTube channels when it comes to theory building.
The videos are great, but now they're only doing live streams, I think.
I didn't even think they were doing live streams anymore. They were doing chapter reads, like going over chapters, which was pretty good. But they talk about a lot of the stuff we talk about. They've come up with some cool theories, though. I like how they dive into the, they do not believe R plus L equals J. They are completely against that one. And
you know what? In the first Catelyn chapter, Ashara Dane is mentioned.
Yes,
and
she's mentioned quite a bit. Yeah,
and Ned gets pissed and asks where she heard that name.
Yep.
So there's something there he doesn't want her to know.
Well, also, let's put it this way: the Danes are the only house we don't meet in the book A Game of Thrones that are talked about almost as much as the great house, other great houses. Like, you hear about them quite a bit throughout the book compared to any other lower, because they're not a great house, lower ranking house. You might hear like the Tyrells once or twice, but in A Game of Thrones, they're brought up more than almost anybody else. And that's I know George has changed the story since A Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones a bit. You could tell that when you read it. Some of the plot lines have been kind of changed, but he really had that was the one family he talked about more than any other family that wasn't a great house. I found that very interesting.
Also interesting that Mance Rayder knew a bunch of Dornish songs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it's him. It's Arthur Dane. Like, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I think so. I think Corin Halfhand might be, and Corin Halfhand and Tormund might have been the other Kingsguard people that survived. That's just a theory. I think it was the Order of the Green Hand that had that theory, and they backed it up damn well.
G'day, Shadow. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Sorry for being a damn dirty liar. It took longer to do a few things than I thought.
You're right, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
So
welcome to the
Scotty,
channel, man.
This is Shadow, also known as Umbral Pidgey the White on Twitter. So
Okay, man.
he's a huge Game of Thrones fan. He loves all the lore behind it. And just so everyone knows, Shadow, who is the rightful king?
Stannis the Menace.
Okay, you're allowed to be.
Thank you. I actually had a son that was kind of shadowy, so maybe we were related.
Yeah, welcome, man. Good to have you here. Have you been able to listen to anything we've talked about?
No, gonna be completely honest. I thought this was on Mr. Grant's channel.
He should have it on his channel.
Yeah, I should have, but I don't. We're just currently discussing the fact that what were we discussing again?
Well, one of them was the septa
Dane.
that is going on the river with Tyrion when he meets Aegon and what's his name?
Young Griff.
Yeah, young Griff. When he meets young Griff, she could be Lyanna Stark.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe, though I'm
Right
not.
age. Oh no, we're not saying it's a definite, but it's an interesting thing to think about because a lot of people theory that she could have been Ashara Dane, but we all talked about how Tyrion always talks about women's eye color,
Eyes.
and
he noticed
eyes,
yeah.
and he doesn't say she's beautiful for her, like he says she's handsome for her age, and she's very like athletic, swimming and a little bit flirty, and it's kind of how we were told Lyanna Stark was. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
My one thing would be that would. Okay, if it is, I kind of like this now because I can't imagine her abandoning her child in Westeros if she disappeared, which would
Right.
make Jon the son of Ned and Ashara, which is my personal preferred
like that
theory
one.
because I don't like the idea of him being a Targaryen
We
because it feels
like that
kind of
one
lazy
too.
and forced.
Yep.
Yep. So actually, I'm all on board with this. That in my head canon, that is Lyanna Stark, and since George will never finish the damn books, that is canon.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get one more at least this year.
You know what I think? I think they were two women had kids. I think Ashara Dane gave birth to fake Aegon.
So wait, so you're saying Shara Dane, like John Connington, Ares, whatever he's going by? You think?
Yeah.
You don't think he's a Targaryen at all? See, I thought it would be. I don't know why, but I kind of feel like he's a Blackfire.
Yeah. No.
Who?
Yeah. Isn't Griff?
Oh yeah, he's
like,
a Blackfire. He's
he's a
he's-
Blackfire.
yeah,
I think,
most likely the son of what's his name's wife who passed away.
They all did.
Larry. Yeah, Hillary. I can never say
Yeah.
his name. Thank you for saying it.
I think I think Ashara Dane is in the neck with Howland Reed because he took her with her, and then Lyanna is in the south, and she's that septa.
Well, like if Lyanna Stark is still alive, and Jon's her kid, why separate them? That's
I don't
kind of
think
my
Because he
my
wanted to
issue.
do a Star Wars.
Yeah, but John might not be her kid.
Yeah, exactly. She's
He's-
Ashara's child.
he's-
Because remember,
Yeah.
there were two babies.
Yep.
There was one that was stillborn, or if I remember correctly.
Uh,
It's been a while.
What-
It's been a while since I've read the text, so
So,
feel free to call me crazy. But I'm
well,
like,
some people
90
say
there's
Ashara
the
Dane.
rumor. There's the rumor
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
Ashara
Wasn't the-
had the
sorry.
stillborn and threw herself.
Yeah, Ashara Dane had the stillborn. Don't worry, you could talk over people. Well, that's how we are.
Yeah, but
Ashara Dane.
that stillborn is Jon Snow, and Ned took him with it, and so Ned is Jon's kid, and Ashara is the mom.
Yeah, exactly. And
Oh,
because
sorry,
he
Jon
had
is
to marry-
Ned's kid even.
Yeah, well, no. So if he's Jon and Ashara's, okay. So if Lyanna does not die in childbirth, but her child is born stillborn, and then Ashara dies giving birth to Jon, who is Ned's child, then in that instance, Lyanna can leave and not have to why didn't she take her child with her? And then Ashara jumping out of a tower, but still giving birth to a child. Or whatever the official story was. Now she died in childbirth, giving birth to Jon. Ned takes Jon up and doesn't talk about it. So now he isn't, stuck with the affair of Ashara Dane. Because one thing that I think is pretty important, if I'm remembering it correctly, he never married Catelyn in the ways of the old gods. He gave her a southern wedding, but he never married
Yeah.
her before a Whirlwood
It was
tree.
in the 7.
It was in the 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if that was his true wife, why would he not marry her in front of a weirwood unless in the eyes of those gods he was already married to Ashara?
Impossible. But look, so Ashara was supposedly gave birth to a stillborn daughter. Barristan tells us that. Shane brought that up too. Good call, Shane. Now there's a chance that Lyanna did give birth to living children, maybe 2 of them. And that's why that septa has a C-section. And it could be Mira Reed.
Yeah,
And-
Mira Reed would fit like a glove because, like I said, Bran thinks Mira Reed looks like Arya, and we're told Arya looks like Lyanna.
Mm.
Times wouldn't line up though.
For who?
Yeah, the timeline does line up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they couldn't mess around, they can mess around and say they're a little bit different of ages too, if you think about it. Like, just to make sure people it would be kind of shocking if John and him and her had the same exact birthday. You know what I mean? Like, so they would play around with the dates somewhat. If Ned was smart, he would have said that John was younger than Rob, but he couldn't. I guess he was too big to say that. There's so many things that could go on. Like, some people believe that Ashara Dane is living in the Neck with Howland Reed as his wife.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know, man. You never know. There's so much crazy shit.
You know what the big secret about John's lineage was? It was actually that whore that he ended up banging one time when he was drunk. That's going to be the true thing.
Yeah.
I would hate that though. I would hate that because that impugns Ned's character so freaking much.
Yes.
Because the very reason Ned fails is because he's a good man in a bad world. If he violated his noble virtue for just a night of fun and tried to redeem himself by taking the sun, that ruins who Ned is. Just like if Aragorn has a night with Éowyn before going back to
would have been hot, but he didn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it would ruin who Eddard Stark is.
And don't forget, we do. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I'm scrambled right now, and I'm eating food I haven't eaten all day.
Don't worry about it. Fun. Let's not forget, there is a woman that travels with Ned from the Eyrie, where Ashara Dane was dismissed from court. So there's a woman that travels with him from the Eyrie to Winterfell, or at least up towards Winterfell, maybe stopping where the Manderleys are. And catching maybe a boat going back down, that could have been Ashara Dane, and he could have done something when you got up that far in front of a weirwood going the old gods route. Because I can't see him having sex with a woman if he wasn't married to her. It's just not who he was. Or he did what Rob did.
Because Tywin said, when Rob marries the girl he bangs, Tywin mentions that he's the
like
the son of his father. Yeah.
Yep.
But what if Ned actually married
Ashara?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because he banged her.
Yeah.
So are you saying there is no Willa?
Wait a minute, let him finish his thought.
Yeah. That would mean that
there's a Willa.
His marriage with Catelyn doesn't count, and all of her.
All his kids are bastards.
Yeah, they're the bastards and not John.
So John is the rightful heir of Winterfell then?
Why would that be not quite? Shadow.
He's taken the.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Shadow. What do you mean?
I was gonna say, because if you want to pull the whole Targaryens 2 wives thing with Aegon, and then pair it with the fact that he never violated his marriage oaths before the old gods. He did something. He went to a different pantheon, so you could do a little bit of theological BS. And it would.
Yeah, I guess that it just wouldn't float. Court. I think. Yeah.
But he is the Stark of Winterfell. He is the quiet wolf. people are probably going to listen to him, because if you don't, well, there's always the pointy end of the sword to consider.
Yeah.
I
know.
don't think the
Go
Faithful
ahead,
Seven
Mason.
would accept that. I think they'd be quite mad that you have somebody
Stark.
practicing polyamory.
Well, he never said he was married to somebody else. That's the
Exactly.
only way he would get away with it. You know, and
See, I
then
think-
you're right.
I think that
But-
I think here's the timeline
No,
of
you're
events. Ned was unmarried, but like as a young adult, which is kind of weird for the son of a member of the North, unless the marriage was a secret. I don't really know the temperament between. I think Brandon was his father's name, and whichever Dane
No,
was in
Brandon
charge.
was his brother. Brandon was his
Yeah,
brother,
and-
Rickon. Or
Yeah.
not Rickon. Yeah, was it Rickon?
Dickon.
Mason?
It
Yeah.
It
Rickard.
was either Rickon or
Sorry,
Rickard.
it's been
or something
so
like that.
damn
Rickard.
long since I've read
Ricard.
Don't
with a
worry,
D.
man. I could read it yesterday and I still screw up the names.
Gotcha. So I don't know the temperament of Rickard with the Dane family, but I mean, we all know that they were planning the uprising. Like the uprising was going to happen. It was just a matter of what was a good casus belli. So what if in secret the Starks reached out to the Danes, who are a fairly noble house, who might go, yeah, look, Ares is kind of weird, but like we need something on the line for us to go up against the Martells. Like what and a marriage into a family like the Starks seems viable. So in secret,
goes with
using a northern tradition,
It goes with
which
their
no one
goes with their
will
The
notice.
tradition.
southern,
Yeah.
well, and it goes
Mhm.
with the southern ambition of Rickon Stark. He was trying to marry his kids off to southern families.
Here's an idea. Maybe that's part of Doran Martell's grand plan.
Well, look at what Aussie ASMR says, and I didn't even think of this, and I feel stupid for not thinking of it. Septa Lemors could be Tiana's mother, one of the Sand Snakes.
The
'Cause
Sand Snake.
She is, the Red Viper has a daughter with a Septon, and doesn't
Which
that
could all
make
be
sense?
which could all be a part of
Could all be
Dawn's
part
grand
of-
plan.
Right, right. And wouldn't it be with a Targaryen or Blackfire, whatever, but having multiple, a pact to marry Dany, and then you have your other pact to have your daughter marry Aegon. I mean, this
Well,
and having,
Aegon is a Martell, kind of, if it's true that Varys, snuck him out.
well, no, he's not a Martell, but that would make Septa
Elia
Lem.
Martell was the mom.
His mum.
Oh
would
yeah,
be.
shit, you're right. Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about
And-
that.
And you know what? Varys had that little slip up that I found in the book where he says, Elia Martell was, so full of sorrow for losing her babe.
Yeah,
He didn't say babes because there were two of them that supposedly got killed.
yeah, his daughter and
Yeah.
her son.
yeah,
Yeah,
but he said babe. That's just one.
that's one child, and we definitely know the daughter got smashed against the wall or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay,
man,
so
there's so much.
I just checked the wiki, and so based on like maps, like where everything is, according to the wiki, the Danes would most likely be the Stone Dornish, or the people who have the most quote Anduin First Men.
Yeah,
blood.
they're
And
yeah,
the
they're
Danes
definitely
are an ancient house that like trace back to the early days of Westeros. So
Yes.
it is now. We don't really know a lot about them aside from the Sword of the Morning and then a couple of names. but
like
it's
the
very
story of
possible-
how
it's very possible that they have deep ties to the First Men and have mixed it with Andal culture in the form of the Knights. So this is pure speculation, but you could definitely see maybe the Danes were attempting to retake might have tried to assert Danish authority over Dorne because, like they're the Stony Dornish. They're kind of like in between true Dornish and Westerosi. And with the help of the North and the alliance that was being built up, they could reasonably, if not take all of Dorne, at the very least carve out a chunk of the Reach and eat Western Dorne.
Well, I mean, they
pure speculation on my part.
they were kings at one point, I believe, and let's not forget too, like where would you hide? Where would you hide Lightbringer, or where would you hide Lightbringer? The farthest away from the north as possible, and who has Dawn, which could be Lightbringer, the most southern, like First Men still-ish family that there is, which is the Danes. If I was going to hide or keep Lightbringer, the only sword that can defeat the others, I would keep it far as hell away from the North. So
Yeah,
that's
100%.
why Ned
That makes sense.
why would Ned bringing Dawn back to the Danes after slaying their son, and them accepting him and nicknaming the Lord of their
Why would they
house
name the kid after it?
Ned.
That's a weird
Yes.
thing after slaying someone as well.
Yes, and driving their daughter to kill herself.
Yeah.
It just makes sense that there is a connection between the Starks. There always needs to be a Stark in Winterfell, and Dawn being down there, and it's only a special thing to be the Sword of the Morning. There isn't always a Sword of the Morning, but it's always protected. Like unless
and
there's
we
someone who could
know-
actually handle it.
And it looks like the White Walkers were looking for a certain sword when they attacked the Lord Commander. They weren't after the Lord
Yep.
Commander. They were after the sword because it was specified the sword was in his base in his bedroom.
Well, they also went after Mormons as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were
that's,
trying.
that was the one I
Respect.
meant.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the prologue at the beginning.
Yeah, talking about the guy who looks just like John,
Just like John.
that-
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Royce.
So they've actually been looking for a sword twice, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were fearful of the sword in the prologue. The kid, Royce is his last name. He's from the Erie. Waymar Royce looks exactly as John.
Well, they are
He's
cousins with the
described.
Starks. He's a
Yeah, they
cousin.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and they're old gods.
Yeah.
They are somewhat old god, or they are one of the only ones that still have the old gods, but they are
They wear
Andals.
bronze armor, which is
Yeah,
a trait
with
of the
runes.
Old Men, or the
Yeah,
First
yeah.
Men. So
Yeah.
the Royce are
and-
more First Men than the Starks, reasonably.
More first men? I wouldn't say they're more first men, but they're related. Well, they
wear bronze armor.
They're
They used
firsterer.
to.
They're more first. They're firsterer, man.
they're zero.
Yeah,
they're
they
only
didn't-
half
didn't-
men.
They didn't assimilate to the culture of those foul Andalusian invaders. They still use bronze. Some.
Well,
of them
no,
wear
it's
bronze.
no
more
longer
of a
bronze.
ceremonial armor than an actual armor.
Yeah,
reasonably,
right.
Actually,
Just got to say goodbye to Stig. Thank you for being here, man. I know you
Thank
have
you.
to bounce. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me on, and thank you to the panel for being good company as always. And it was
Amen.
good to meet Shadow of Hawk.
Mm.
Good to meet you too, man.
And thanks to the chat for always being,
And hail to the
good
one true
company
king.
as well.
Yeah.
Hail
Yes,
to the
good night,
one
man.
true king.
It's the
Hail to the
madness.
king, baby.
Amen, brother.
Menace the menace.
Well, good night.
See you, buddy.
Good night, man. Oh man, I love these panels. They're so much fun.
So,
Well, we've still got the tribute to do as well.
We'll do it in a couple minutes. I'm feeling this. Mason, what were you going to say?
so about this connection between House Dane and House Stark.
Yeah.
The first time that they meet is at the tourney at Harrenhal, right?
Correct.
So,
I guess so.
that's
Yeah.
where Ned Stark sees Ashara Dane and wants
For
to
the
dance with
first time.
her.
We think
Uh,
it was him, right?
But you have Sir Barristan remembering
Mhm.
that Brandon dishonored Ashara at the tourney, right?
He alludes to it being Brandon Stark, right?
No.
Or he says
Hold
it.
on, I'm checking. I'm checking the wiki right now because I don't have time to check the.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I thought he said it was one of the Starks, most likely Brandon.
Okay, you
No.
might be right.
I don't remember. I don't remember that. I don't
Well,
remember.
that's how
if
she got
it's the
pregnant.
same brand.
She was dishonored by a man at Harrenhal in A Dance with Dragons, chapter 67.
Yep.
In addition, Barristan states that Ashara looked at Stark following the final tilts of the tourney, though he does not identify the Stark in question.
Right. Okay.
From the wiki,
I thought
so take it with a grain of salt. I will.
yeah, because I feel like he leans
Yeah,
towards it being
Yeah, I
Brandon.
could have sworn that he named it as Brandon Stark, but I
I
guess I'm
mean,
just
it might
misremembering.
the context clues might be hinting towards Brendan Stark.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But a point I want to quickly make about the tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that like a cover for
Yes.
Rhaegar
That was
and
for
like
the wedding.
the coalition
Yeah.
to uprise to like gather?
Oh,
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
that's
right,
what
yeah,
people
and-
say.
so Rhaegar
didn't-
threw it to
Didn't his old man turn up? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's why he turned up because Varys.
Yeah.
right? Mason Varys whispered to him that he should
Yeah.
go because it is
Yeah, he
going
was
to be
saying that,
this. Yeah, go ahead, Mason.
His son was going to conspire against him because the
Varys
king
has
hadn't
been
been out of
working
the house.
hard.
And he
Varys has
shows
been
up with
working.
real long nails and
Yeah,
long
all
hair.
fucked up looking like Howard Hughes.
Well, of course he can. Like
Also-
most mermaids do work hard,
That's true.
Absolutely.
especially when you're a
Mermen.
Targaryen.
Mermen.
Well, the real question is, do they sweat?
Oh shit.
Probably not. Did we ever
Yeah.
have a moment of Varys sweating? Actually,
No, he's
Because
very
if-
powdery.
No, but we have had him described as powdery and like an egg.
Oh, he
Shaped like
is.
an
He
egg,
is
so-
that's
egg.
why he's a
I mean, he's
Targaryen. I know that, but if he
So-
can't sweat,
No, he's
then
egg.
that would probably
So
make him a fish.
maybe he's extra sweaty, and that's why he's all powdery.
maybe, or
To
he's egg.
stop him
Um,
from transforming.
So I checked the wiki again. So what you guys might be thinking of in regards to specifically Brandon is apparently Eddard was like doing the whole like shy boy stare,
Shy
like,
thing,
quiet
yep.
wolf stare, and then Brandon walked up and is like, "Listen, my brother's a little bit of a bitch. Could you dance with him?"
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
paraphrasing and butchering it with Zoomer, but
No,
Yeah.
actually, I think that's word for word from the book. You nailed it.
Yeah. The way
gotcha.
No, I think that's my transition too.
Understood.
I see Shane puts it this way. She was dishonored and turned to Stark. Meaning like once she was dishonored, she turned to him. Is that what you
Gotcha.
mean by that, Shane? I don't know. But I'll be right back, guys. Keep talking about this and then we'll do the trivia. I gotta check something
Confirmed.
upstairs real quick.
All right.
yeah,
It'd be
so,
kind of.
like-
Oh, you go
sorry,
ahead.
go, man. No, I've been talking way too damn much. It's my first time on this stream. You go.
It'd be weird for like Brandon Stark to know that his brother's going to be betrothed to Ashara Dane, or like they're trying to get that going, and he just kind of swoops in and
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
does the dirty. Yeah, what were you saying?
I mean, again, we know that the tournament. Sorry, I've been eating food. We know that the tournament was to like coalesce alliances and like actually plan for the uprising. It does not mention, to my knowledge, which members of House Dane were at the tournament. So for all we know, the Lord
No,
of House
because
Dane,
they were quite. He named 3 or 4 people distinctly there, and then said members of House so and so, and he deliberately leaving it a little bit more vague, so we don't actually know.
yeah, like we don't know. For instance, like we don't know Arthur's father. Like Arthur Dane's father is never mentioned. So Arthur Dane's father is there. Arthur Dane's father could he's Schrodinger's first man noble. He could have been there. He could not have been there. If he was there, okay, Brandon being like the heir would probably be involved in some of these talks,
Yeah.
like pitching, hey, we can align together. You being a first man house and not really liking the Martells that much. If that's actually the case, again, I can't really find anything on that because we don't know a lot about the Martells. But it's plausible them being a first man house on the edge of the Martell dominance.
Do we know?
Yeah.
Do we know the existence of Arthur Dane's father?
No, we don't.
No,
He's never,
like-
according to the wiki. Again, this is the wiki. I'd have to scour the books to like confirm to even potentially have this. And this is also basically me trying to force the Ed and Ashara marriage, because I prefer that to the Lyanna and Rhaegar marriage thing. But so if the dad is there, because again we don't know if he was not there, and we know other members of House Dane were there aside from Ashara, so it's possible he's there. He is a first man, not a Roynar, and he is from the edge of the Martell territory.
It mentioned Edric Dane being there, so his
Right, but I
brother
don't think
definitely
he's
was
the
there.
dad.
So was it Edric that they mentioned it was there?
Edric Dane, I believe, is the nephew. Yeah, Edric Dane is the nephew.
The nephew,
And,
okay, not the brother. Sorry,
And
yeah.
Arthur Dane had an elder brother who is also not named. There's a lot of Danes who are not
Right.
named, so they could or could not be there. Hey, listen, so we're planning this little uprising. You want in? Do we get to kill the Martells? Oh, absolutely. Okay, yeah, we're in.
Yeah,
And
that makes
so
sense.
you get
That
the
was
Danes.
it'd be the same thing as if they said we're going to get rid of this, we're going to do this, and then the Boltons say, "Can we kill the Starks while we're at it?" And then they go, "Yeah."
Right.
Then we're like, "Yeah, we're in."
Yeah.
It's the same
and
equivalent.
then they compound it with a marriage compact, Ned and Ashara. But they don't want Varys to figure it out. They don't want Varys to know. So they can't have a traditional Southern Westerosi wedding before they can't get like a septon. They can't. So they go and they do it in the first man way. They sneak out. They get a few picked men. They go to a weirwood in the middle of the night, and they have the marriage compact there because these are all first men, descendant of first men.
Yeah.
Either they actively worship the old gods or they respect the old gods due to it being their heritage. And then Littlefinger mucks the plan up.
Yeah. With his whole well, with everything, he's always doing that.
Again,
So,
feel free to tell me if this is completely wrong, but I actually really like this theory now, and I'm going to do some research.
Because I haven't heard that version. Like, I haven't heard someone with this theory push it. Like, it's an interesting thing because we all know basically what our other theories are. So it's nice to hear a different version, and it's given me something else to think about.
What is it?
Well,
I made this up completely on the spot, by the way.
Oh, I like this. Okay.
The theory that the Danes had gone to the tourney, that like the the tourney with the Smiling Knight or the Tree Knight or whatever Lyanna was dressed up as.
Yep.
Because like that was all the lords that were going to rise up, getting together and coordinate things with Rhaegar. So there's the peaceful transition of power from Aerys to Rhaegar. The Danes showed up, and it's like, hey, we want a piece of the pie. And because Ned showed interest in Ashara, like there was a mutual like interest there.
Mm-hmm.
That just made it obvious to have their marriage compact occur, aligning the Danes, who are a first man house, who are not explicitly stated to love the Martells or have converted away from the way of the first men or the way of the old gods. So, again, this is a lot of speculation on my part, but the Danes were there. There's the opportunity for a marriage compact and to get a slice of the victory pie if they support Rhaegar's usurpation of Aerys's power. And we don't know any Dane men aside from Edric, a child at the time, or Arthur, who everyone knows who Arthur Dane is. So, because we are lacking certain puzzle pieces, it is plausible to assume that the Danes showed up to like kind of hear the pitch and then committed upon being given an actual like piece of the pie,
giving something, so via the marriage pact to solidify it.
Yeah, the signature on the parchment, if you would.
See, I would dissect that a little bit. What I would say is that Rickon Stark, he really wanted to have that Southern ambition going through his maester who was pushing it. We learned that from Lady Dustin. Who could have had, we never know their last names. So they have connections we don't know about. Ned sees Ashara, has already, you could tell he probably wants to, marry her. Great family to marry with. But the idea that they weren't already there, they were already there to back Rhaegar. No way Arthur Dane would not back Rhaegar. That was, when the king was being killed and needed defending, he was with Rhaegar instead of the king, which he should have been with the king. We find out in, a Game of Thrones, like that the king, he used to beat his wife and Jaime would have to stand there and listen to it because they're there to defend her, but not from him. That's what they were told when Aerys used to rape and rip her apart when he was having sex with her after killing somebody. They were there to defend her, but not from him. But yet they were with Rhaegar defending something Rhaegar told them to defend and not their king. So they were already on Rhaegar's side. I don't think there was any.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, there was no need for them to get a piece of the pie. But I do believe strengthening the bonds with the North and the South and Rhaegar being in love at certain point with Lyanna, I could see Rhaegar wanting them to connect, but then he goes and, so-called kidnaps Lyanna without cluing in Ned, because his father and his brother were murdered. So Ned does not know. You know what I mean? None of them know.
Well, but Lyanna was promised to Robert. That's kind of
right.
Lyanna was promised to Robert. That's why she ran away. Otherwise, she
that's all fucked up. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if it was, she was not promised to Robert,
Oh yeah,
If that had not happened, holy shit! Imagine the power play of having
huge
Brandon
move.
Stark marry a Tully, gaining control of the Riverlands.
Yep.
Ned getting the Danes, and
Yep.
either best case scenario taking all of Dorne, middle case scenario getting a chunk of Dorne,
Yep.
and then Lyanna marrying into the fucking Targaryens. That is, Tywin would cream himself at the thought of that.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I mean, it would be one of the biggest power moves any family has done.
Yeah. And then there's still freaking what's his name? Doesn't do anything in the show. The fourth one.
Oh, Benjen.
Yeah, Benjen. Then there's also Benjen.
Yeah, you could have married him off to a family in the Reach.
Cersei.
Yeah, or Cersei. Yeah, yeah. I don't think Tywin would. Well, with Lyanna, if Lyanna did marry Rhaegar and she didn't marry Rhaegar herself, having her marry a Stark and being connected with the family that way, yeah, I could see that too.
Also,
Yeah,
remember,
man.
Rickard is not Ned. Ned is not a Northern honor. He is a Vale honor. So
Yeah.
I could definitely see Rickard like inviting Tywin over like a rack of ribs and going,
Yeah.
You got that daughter. I got a son. It would be a shame if we started doing the whole Winter Wolves thing in the Westerlands. That would suck, wouldn't it?
Right.
Or if we, Benjen and one of the Greyjoy women, we do the Winter Wolves mixed with the Sea Wife thing.
Yep.
Rhaegar would be doting with my daughter over in Dragonstone. He wouldn't have time to really notice what's happening. It would. How about you sign the paper in ink, or I'll sign it with blood? What do you say, Tywin?
Yeah. Or just even picking one of his liege lords. Like, you may be the next Castemirs or Castemirs. Like the reigns of Castamere.
I like this.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do, man. There's so many things you could do with it. What do we got here? I looked for you at the Trident. Why were you not with your prince, your king, Arthur? Your king. My prince wanted me here. Right. He should have been with his king. But he said, my prince wanted me here. So Arthur Dayne knew he was never backing Aerys. Aerys would have died. Like, if this is the thing that gets me. Rhaegar chooses so-called love, maybe the prophecy, over being able to be king. Like, he would have had the support of the Starks. He would have had the support of everyone if he overthrew his father. Yet he does this dumbass move. There's something missing in the story. There's some major plot line that he has not dropped on us yet.
He gets killed by Robert, correct?
Yeah.
Remember, yeah.
Robert
he gets killed.
his chest in with his hammer.
With the hammer, yeah.
It happens.
Yep.
Which, by the by, really freaking based that all of the bannermen, all of the soldiers, and all of the knights, the moment Rhaegar goes down, they recognize
this
civil war is over. We know who's taking the throne. Let us all agree to butcher each other over loot, and they start fighting friend and foe alike for the rubies.
Yeah, just for rubies. It's crazy, man.
Loot. Hey, look, a ruby is worth more than gold, and a single gold coin can feed a family for more than a year.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
Could turn you into a petty noble, a yeoman even. You could buy a pig with a ruby. That's a very good investment.
But
buy
not
some
two.
land.
Yeah.
No, of course not two. Dude, why would you buy 2 pigs? You're moving up an income bracket with 2 pigs? Don't
You're
tax
crazy.
You on a house at home.
Get yourself a
You'd
donkey.
have to sell the pigs.
Yeah. Where were you going with it, though, Grant?
Nowhere. I thought
I
was enjoying listening, and then I just wanted to,
Yeah, we got some
something.
good shit going tonight, man. I am enjoying a lot of this, but you want to do let's do the quiz.
Yep.
Or the trivia.
Alrighty, let's do the trivia.
Trivia time, everybody.
Welcome to the game. Awesome. Trivia quiz. Put your knowledge to the test. It's time to be the best. From Winterfell to King's Landing, the battle is on. Do you have what it takes to claim the Iron Throne? Game of Thrones trivia time. It's your chance to shine.
Alrighty, so it's Game of Thrones trivia time. It's basically a Song of Ice and Fire trivia time, but I like to call it Game of Thrones trivia time. So essentially how this works, Shadow, do you have like a pad or like a whiteboard or anything you could write some
Oh,
answers
shit.
on?
I need something.
I
even
can't
grabbed
hear as well,
paper.
Shadow. You're muted, so
Sorry, yeah. Let me erase my 5-year plans to invade Moscow.
perfect. That's yeah.
Smart.
I mean, plan 1 was get buff. Plan 2 was get bitches. Plan 3 was get fat. So you got it down pat. So
Amen.
Where the flying fuck did I put those dry erase markers?
no idea. I don't know how your layout of your bedroom is. So
There was no layout. There was just chaos and darkness and doom and terror.
Try
that
next to the
sounds
terror.
Yeah, next to the terror. Usually that's where I leave it.
all right.
Oh,
So
technically-
while we're doing it, I'll explain the rules of so it's three rounds of competition. So round 1, each player will answer a predetermined amount of questions. Today, that is 8 questions. Each question is worth 1 point. There are no penalties for missing or getting a question wrong, and there is no stealing. So pretty simple. I'll ask everyone the
stealing.
same question,
No stealing. Okay.
and we go from there. So Scott, you've got something you can write on. So Mason, you can just vocalize your ones, buddy.
I will put
Um,
mine in the let's see. I will do a banner.
Yeah. So
Like
Stan
my
has to
answer
manage.
will be like a banner. Yeah.
All right. So give me a second. I gotta swap my headphones out. My headphones just started beeping.
Awesome. We're starting strong, boys. Starting
Yo.
strong. Let's do this.
Yo. Yay.
I say the first one answer is Sir Pounce.
Correct.
All right.
Who is the true heir to the Iron Throne? I agree.
Yes.
Yep.
Who is Azora High?
Hot pie. I've already explained this.
Yeah, that's true. Hot pie. Yep.
So, alrighty. So as I said, yeah, round 1 will start like this. I've got to get my questions, and more importantly, I've got to get my sheet with all the.
Thank you to everybody watching on Rumble X, YouTube. Please hit the thumbs up, like, whatever it is. Comment. Enjoy yourselves.
Feel free to play along at home. If you do know the answers, try just wait like 5-10 seconds before you answer it in the chat, just to give people a chance to do it. All right.
I'm not
So
even looking.
30-second delay though.
Yeah, there is the
yeah,
3
but-
second, and I'm not even
Yeah.
looking at the chat right now. I got it on, so I'm
All
good.
good.
Oh, jeez, I keep hitting the goddamn thing. All right, let's do this.
Chat. Who
All
cares
righty.
about the chat?
I love my chat. Don't say that.
Chat is jump there to super chat and bump view counts.
Yeah, super chats.
I remember
one in a long
when we
time.
had super chats.
We used to get super chats. we used to. Awesome. All right, let's do
This
this.
expressed by
All right.
Shadow of Hawk were totally endorsed by Sporking, by the by.
Yeah. Alrighty. So question number 1. So
All right.
what is the seat of House Valyrian? What is the name of the seat of House Valyrian? So we'll do a little do 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 do.
All right.
All right, Mason.
Valyrian, right? The black people in House of the Dragon.
Yes,
correct?
the black.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
The black Valerians.
The canonically black people. Yes.
Yep.
All right, everyone
But
got their
it's a good
answers.
example of race swapping because it provided proof that Rhaenyra is a whore.
I mean, it was the dumbest fucking. They got black hair. They're white.
Yeah. All right, Mason. What do you have?
Driftmark.
And Scotty, what do you have?
Drift mark.
Yep. And Shadow.
I said Liberia, also known as Driftmark.
Yep.
Ah.
Accepted either one. So that's correct. Driftmark for 1 point. All right, question number 2. All right, this is like, who was the king before Viserys the Peaceful? We need his full name and one of his titles.
Oh my fucking! I hate spelling. Freaking.
You're not going to be penalized for spelling as long as it's close enough to understand.
Oh, we're using Aussie rules. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Todd Howard, and your infinite wisdom, and it just works.
I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna lie. All right.
Alrighty, pens down,
I am
everyone.
so wrong. I am so wrong.
All right,
Hold on.
Mason, what do you have?
King Jaehaerys Targaryen, the Conciliator.
All right, Shadow.
King Jaehaerys, first of his name, the Conciliator.
And
Sporking.
I put the old king, Jaharis.
No.
The correct answer is King Jaehaerys Targaryen, the Conciliator, or the Wise.
He was also known as the Old King.
No,
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
not,
he
not,
was
not one of his
He was known
titles.
as the Old King by historians, but a better label due to living to be a certain age
He's-
is unfair as a
He
nomenclature.
was. I said, what was his title? Not
Yeah,
known
a
as.
title isn't the consigliator. It was just a name he was given by people, just
No,
like
when
the
he
Old
d-
King.
when-
That was
when
the
he
title,
died,
specific
that's-
historian. Hold on, let me grab my copy. I'll figure this out.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
died, that's how they announced him as that.
Yeah,
that was his
that was
title.
one of the names they gave him, but it wasn't a title. That's
All right, well,
completely
for the
different.
sake of argument, I'll give you that one then, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm taking it
Alrighty. So,
because I didn't know how
okay,
to spell
which
the other
of
one.
speaking of titles, okay, which of these titles in this name is incorrect?
Okay.
Okay. And we're saying incorrect as in it's not factual, not it's a made up one. So
Okay.
Daenerys Stillborn of the House Targaryen, first of her name, the Unburnt, Queen of the Andals, the Rhaena, and the First Men, Queen of Marine, Khaleesi to the Great Grassy, Breaker of Change, Mother of Dragons. What
You
one
say
of
it one
those
more-
titles?
Can you say it one more time?
That.
Because I just you said it at the beginning too quick.
All right. So which of these titles is factually incorrect?
Okay.
So Daenerys Stillborn of House Targaryen, first of her name, the Unburnt, Queen of the Andals, the Rhaena, and the First Men, Queen of Marine, Khaleesi to the Great Grass Sea, Breaker of Chains, and Mother of Dragons.
I'm taking a gamble. I'm changing my answer. Going back to looking for the titles.
That really screwed me up, man. Because I feel like you said something kind of weird, but your damn accent throws me off.
Yep. All right.
I locked on to
So,
two of them. There's
Mason.
two that I think it could be.
Mason, what is your answer?
I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna go with Queen of Marine because she's technically not a queen because she's not married to Book 5.
Alrighty, Scotty, what do you have?
I said the same thing because you did say Stormborn, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I heard Stormborn. I didn't know what you said, but yeah, I put Queen of Marine too because all the others are correct in my my recollection.
And Shadow, what do you have?
I put first of her name because I feel like there was another Daenerys.
Oh shoot!
The correct answer
No.
is first of her name because she's
Yeah.
not the first. She's not the first.
Who's the first Daenerys queen?
I completely forgot
No,
about
There
that.
is no
no.
first queen Daenerys.
I didn't say first queen. I said
Yeah, when they say
First of
first
her
of their
name.
name is first of their name means like King Viserys. He's not the first Viserys, but he's the first of his name, meaning first king. That's what that
I
means.
know. I thought it was but she is the
Yeah.
first. She's not the first of the lineage of the Targaryens.
No. It only means if you were the king. Like Aegon is not the first, probably Aegon in the history of Targaryens, but he's the first of his name, meaning king. He's the first king named Aegon. That's what that means. That's why you get Aegon the second, Aegon the third. They're the first of their name, meaning by kingship, starting with Aegon. So
I thought it was always,
Jaehaerys the first. Yeah.
I always thought it was after their dynasty was established. That's how
Well,
I've always understood
oh,
the
shit.
titling thing. Like
No,
if you're
no.
also the
random
original.
buttfuck nobles,
The original Daenerys
fucking shit.
Targaryen is known as the first
Dany the
Daenerys.
Dreamer. Well, you got Dany the Dreamer, but the title first of their name, meaning they are the king first of their name to be that king. That's what that means. It's not, she is Dany first of her name because she is the first queen named Dany.
Yeah.
Or Daenerys.
Also, the queen was also an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
So
It better
everyone-
be.
everyone's
So I
cool.
guess I get 0 points then if that's how the definition works.
All right. So question number 4. Gregor Clegane.
So were
the
we
Mountain.
right on that? Right?
Yeah,
We're all right on
Yeah,
that.
that's what I
Okay.
said. I was you arguing a mute point.
Yeah, because
So-
I'm very correct.
Also, how can you be a queen of a single city? Like that's just no one's
Yeah.
accepting that in the court.
Yeah. What are they called there? Because he's not king either.
Yeah, no, I mean they don't have a single leader. It's always like a council of nobles.
Well,
They're an oligarchy.
not when she took over. When she took over, she was the ruler, but they only
She
called her
was the ruler,
ruler.
but they don't use the word queen. They
Yeah,
actually
they
don't
don't
have
use-
queen in their language.
Right.
So
Because that's the label she wanted to be called by, but they had
That's
been
what she
so,
wanted to
it
be
had
called,
been
but-
so long since they had a. They would probably use like what the Byzantines, because they're themed off like the Romans and shit. They probably use like despot or dictator or something to that
Yeah.
effect.
or czar or
Yeah.
something. All right, let's move on. So question number 4.
Caesar.
Gregor Clegane,
Caesar.
the mountain, is said to
Mhm.
be how tall? We're talking about what is known as in the books. They give a specific height that they say Gregor Clegane is.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
I wrote my answer down. I'm concerned. Where
Yeah,
is
me
the thing?
too. Me
Mm.
too on that one.
All right, Mason, what do you have?
I'm gonna go with 8 feet tall.
And
Jesus.
Scotty
I put 7 feet tall.
and Shadow.
I'm with Mason.
The reason you're with Mason is because that's the correct answer. 8 feet.
Ah, he's 8 feet
Well,
tall. Holy
uh,
shit. That he is a
Mason, wait.
mountain.
Yeah.
Sporking?
That's probably why they call him the mountain.
I lost on that one. Damn it.
All right,
Sporking,
next
Mason's
one.
winning. I think we should team up and take him out.
I was gonna say he was
Uh,
7'11. I shall be
yeah.
victorious.
Yeah, no, that's the Indian version. So, how was Tywin's wife related to him? And I'm not going to accept by marriage.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, I feel
I
like
may
this is
have
the
this
wrong.
wrong.
I feel
I
like
may
this
have this-
is sort of right, but I'm gonna. This could be wrong, and I'm gonna be very mad if I'm stupid enough.
All right,
to get this
Mason,
wrong.
what do you have?
They were cousins.
And Shadow.
I said she was his second cousin. If the
And-
whiteboard will cooperate.
And I went with first cousin because I
Well,
couldn't I couldn't
The fact
remember.
of the matter is, she's in fact both first and second cousin, based on their
Their family
their
lineage.
family. So, yeah,
Yo.
so just
All
straight
right.
cousin, yeah.
Yeah, they do say straight cousin in it, right? They
Yeah,
don't
it's
even
just-
put a
it's just
number.
cousins,
I-
but when you look
yeah.
at their thing, you're like, oh, wait a minute, there's a lot more inbreeding further up. All right. Okay. At the
Shane
time
said
of
7'2".
at the time
Listen,
of her death in the TV series, how many husbands did Marjorie Tyrell end up having?
Wait a minute, say that one more time. I wasn't
At
even
the
paying
time of-
attention.
At the time of her death in the TV
Mhm.
series, how many husbands had Marjorie Tyrell had?
Oh, I can get really technical with this.
Question: Are YouTube bots good at picking up written slurs?
I'm gonna be pissed on this one.
Like if I write the British term for cigarette to describe a certain individual, will that get this channel taken down, or should I write his actual name?
Probably his name,
Yeah.
if you want.
Okay,
We're just
I'll
giving a
I'll
number
correct
though,
that.
right?
We're just giving a number. So, all right,
But
Mason,
I'd like to I'm
what do you
showing my
have?
work.
Yeah. Citing your sources.
Yeah,
All
What
right,
do
exactly.
you got, Mason?
Do what? How many? Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. I'm going with 3.
Shadow.
I did 3 as well. Gay Baratheon, Little Shit Lannister, and Weak Lannister.
No, she
Sporking.
wasn't married to Weak Lannister. I want to say 2, but I'm actually gonna say 0 because she never slept with any of them, so it wasn't consummated. So she never actually was married under the rules of the 7.
She did sleep with her first husband though.
No, she didn't. They didn't have sex.
She,
You remember? He couldn't get it up.
Yeah, he couldn't get it up. Joffrey
So you-
tortured people around her, and that's sexual intercourse for Joffrey. So let's do that to her.
Well,
And
I mean,
then,
on their wedding, he died. Don't forget, he died during
Yeah, but he was
the
torturing
like
They,
the
they already
after
had.
the
They already
after
had the
wedding.
ceremony though.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
the bedding, you have to consummate it to actually be married in the 7.
He was torturing Sansa. Torture is the way he gets off. Let's meet in the middle and
You know
say
what?
that was.
I'm just
the
gonna give
wedding
everyone a point. I'm not gonna argue
Okay.
every question.
What did you put 2?
there. Sorry, Grant.
Grant, did you put 2?
No, 3.
No, because
Had-
there was no wedding ceremony with what's his name? I thought the third one.
There was. It's just
With
it was a very
Tomlin?
like quick affair because the one to Joffrey was super fucking
Yeah.
expensive.
I didn't think they actually did it because he was too
Yeah.
young.
They did.
No.
Oh,
The-
I don't
the-
remember
it,
the
it
wedding.
was because she said you want this, and then he said there's nothing in our coffers anymore. They're practically empty because of the conflicts. So it was a very
Hmm.
small one. So
I don't
alrighty,
remember it.
and
Shit, I don't remember it at all.
all right,
It's a very minor detail. Doesn't change the fact that she's
Yeah.
a pedophile.
Yeah,
Yep.
she is.
last question of second last question. So this is a true or false question. One of the
Okay.
swords that make up the Iron Throne is from House Stark. True or false?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
One of the swords that make up the Iron Throne is from House Stark.
Oh man.
True or false?
Is this book or show?
Book.
Book.
I don't
They
think
don't
we
talk
ever
about
see
it in
that in
the
the
show.
show. Yeah, they never do.
All right, Mason, what do you have?
Oh shoot.
It's one or the other, Mason. 50-50.
Coin flip.
I'm just gonna go with yes.
All right, Shadow.
I said it is true. The king who knelt gave up the sword to preserve his winter wolves because he saw a dragon for the first time and was scared.
And Sporking.
I said false. He bent the knee, but the sword wasn't put into the Iron Throne.
That is correct. The sword was actually
Thank
melted down. So there is no Stark sword in.
Damn it.
Well, I was trying to remember because I thought I remembered them. They still laid down their swords and they still
Yeah, but
gathered
they
them
got to
up
keep.
and melt them down.
They got to keep.
Yeah,
their
they got to keep
swords.
them. That was the thing. So the king gave up his sword. His sword was melted down.
Yeah, but it wasn't added to the
But it
throne.
wasn't
that
added-
was
it was
only
not added
people
to the
he
throne, no.
conquered. Yeah.
That's right. No,
Yeah,
they
I guess
will
that
never
makes
war
sense.
against them.
Okay.
So
It was only enemies who were added. It was only enemies who were added to the throne, not people who submitted.
that's exactly right. All right. So
Alexander
last.
S. Easy grounds for annulment with no consummation. Thank you.
Yep. And they're
Yeah,
very
you have to
those
annul
ones,
it.
so, yeah.
Meaning it's still active unless you
unless you
pursue-
annul it.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but it doesn't matter. I've
technically
given
be
everyone the
one-
points. So
Wait, wouldn't it technically be one using Sporking's logic because she did fuck someone else before she got married to Renly? And
No.
in the eyes of the Seven, wouldn't she be married to the first man she fucks?
No,
No.
you
No,
have to
not
have the
with
wedding
seven.
ceremony.
you have to have yeah. They're very big on ceremony. All right. So after round one, Scotty
gotcha.
come back with the lead. So we got 7. We got Mason
Woohoo!
and Shadow on 6. So
How am I on 6? I thought I was on 4. I mean, I'll take 6.
no. Got that one yet? Yeah. Okay. The
I've got a
two
bit
that
of
you've
the
put
tism, I
for is the ones.
apologize.
Yep. So, alrighty. So round number 2. Let me just get the banner up so you can see. So round number 2 works like this. There will be a wheel. You'll get to spin that wheel, and whatever it lands on, you get the first choice, whether you want to keep it or move on. You'll be given 4 questions in that category, multiple choice if you wish. If you answer it without going into multiple choice, they're worth 2 points. But if you use multiple choice, they are worth 1.
Oh, shit.
If you get the question wrong, it goes to your opponents, and they can steal. So as
Okay,
we're playing
just leave
along,
that up for a second so I can read it again. If you wish, they can ask for multiple choice. Okay, yeah, like our last game. Okay, and I just
Yep.
want to say they never say Klager. Oh God, damn it! The mountain. He's closer to 8 feet, well over 7. I would take 8
Go
feet
close
though.
to 8 feet.
Yeah, I would take 8 feet too. Closer to 8 feet, well over 7.
if you say so.
I'm just, because I'm, a prick.
He's 7'11",
right.
but he puts 8 foot on his dating profile.
I almost put 7'11". That's kind of funny.
I would have put 9'11".
All right.
So I just got to look for where I put the bloody wheel now. Here it is. All right.
And Grant, after we answer, if you can, because I'm not on it, like highlight some people's answers too.
Yep, not a problem.
All right.
All
Because the
right.
chat is playing. At least
All right.
Shane and
That's-
Alexander S.
So, Scotty, because you're in the lead,
Okay.
you get to choose whether you go first or whether you go second.
I
So-
will. Okay.
Yeah.
I will go first.
Alrighty. So the categories we have today are quotes, mixed bag, Duncan the Tall, houses and locations, Viserys Targaryen, swords, dragons, and our hard category is crowns. There is also spinner's choice and opponent's choice. If you land on either of those, then you either choose or your opponents choose which one you get.
Gotcha.
You ready to spin?
Yeah.
Let's got music. Ooh.
I'm not
Dragons.
good with dragons. I am not.
Did
good
you
with
want to take that
dragons.
or respin?
I'll. If I take it, if I respin, I only get a point, right?
No. If you respin it, you have to take whatever it lands on, no matter what.
I'll go with dragons then.
You'll go with dragons. All right.
Yep.
Remember,
Never
according to
again.
the How to Train a Dragon books, dragons taste very good when garnished in honey and garlic.
I'm so bad with dragons. Shit, I should have roast spun. All right, go for it though.
Yeah, I don't know why you picked dragons. That's
Why did
crazy.
I take dragons? I'm
That's
terrible
the
with their
second hardest
names.
category.
Mm.
Why did I do that?
Alrighty.
Valerian.
So you-
No. Okay.
All right, I'll change the question then. You
No,
literally
don't do
just
it.
guessed it. All right, so question number one. At the end of season 1 of House of the Dragon, how many dragons is on Team Black side according to Damon?
Oh shit. Oh. Okay.
So yeah, if you answer it correctly now, you get 2 points, or you get a choice to go to multiple choice. So this one's just for Scott. So this is just his category.
Just me.
Yep.
This is at the very end.
Is this counting the the friendly fire incident?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. But this he
Like,
said
is this
very end.
Damon's number? Is this the number Damon knows, or is this?
This is the one that Damon knows. This is
Okay.
This is
Oh, well, I mean, he also knows the death, so actually, never mind. I'm gonna shut up now. What?
all right, Scotty. Do you have a number, or do you want to go multiple choice?
One more second. There is. I want to say after the death 6.
That is incorrect.
Is it
All
7?
right, so now between
Son of a bitch.
between Shadow and Mason, you get to a chance to come together and work out what you want to do.
Mason, I mean, I'm behind.
Oh!
Would you like to work through this, or do you want to be enemies about this?
Let's work together, man.
You guys
So
suck.
Okay.
So I think there's
So
17 dragons
there's
in season 1. Is that right?
Caraxes. There's Caraxes, which is Damon's. There's Rhaenyra's dragon, who I can't remember. You've
Cyrex.
got, assuming this is after the death of Corlys, I think is his name. Corlys, or not Corlys. The son who got what he got deserved or whatever.
Luke. Yeah.
He had a brother who had a dragon. One, or I think
Also,
only
I'll
one
just
of
let
the
you know
daughters.
you do only have 20 seconds to answer.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot, I
God
didn't
damn
realize that. Okay. I'm gonna go. I think 5. Mason,
I'm gonna go with
Mason,
7.
Does that sound right? What?
Well, you have to agree.
I'd go with 7.
You both have
Okay,
to
I'm gonna
agree.
go with Mason 7.
That is incorrect.
Really?
Oh, dang.
The correct answer is 10.
10. Who are they?
Is that accounting the stray dragons? Because those weren't on theirs by the end.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
They
it's
didn't-
not counting
theirs
straight
by
away.
the
There is
end
there
of
is a
the
list.
season.
I'll go over it once
Alright,
once we finish. So
Let's hear the list.
no, I'll have to bring the list back up again. I don't have it up at the moment. But it was 10. I double checked them. So
You son of a
Okay.
bitch.
That
All right,
is
when we're
counting
done, you can look
the
at it?
wild dragons.
Yep.
Can't be
So-
better than the wild. It has to.
alrighty. So question number 2 for Scotty. What is the name of Luke's dragon?
I always screw this up. Why did I pick dragons? Multiple choice. Multiple choice.
Okay. Is it Arix, Is it Vermax? Is it Cyrex or Tyraxis?
I'm gonna go with B.
That is
Vermax.
incorrect.
Fucking shit, dragons suck.
All right, between
Mason,
you two
do you wanna be
guys.
friends? Do
It's
you want to be friends, or do you want
Arax.
to? Yeah, I think Arax
He knows.
as well.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
That is correct for 1
Son
point
of
for
a-
Mason and
Yeah.
Shadu.
Yo. Oh wait, I'm Shadu here as well. Okay, let me update the name.
Alrighty, question number 3.
Yeah.
What does the command Doharis mean to the dragons? Doharis.
Daharis, not Dracaris.
Not Dracaris, Doharis.
You, oh man, Daharis.
Hmm.
What the fuck does Daharis mean?
It
Multiple
sounds too
choice.
Okay,
Sounds
is
too
it
freaking cool to mean sit.
obey, calm, fly, or come here? So is it obey, calm down, fly, or come here?
Fly.
That is incorrect.
Son of a goat, mother. Sheep
All right,
fucker.
Shadow and Mason, you got an idea?
I want to say I'm not committing to the answer. I want to confer with my colleague. I want to say it means A, obey. Mason, does that sound right?
I think so. Can you tell us where we hear it in? Like, is it in
No.
House of the Dragon?
No.
Or
You
Country of
psycho.
Can we get it used in a sentence, please,
Yeah,
Mr. Grant?
yeah. Can
Okay.
you just pretend I'm a dragon and say it to me?
Draharis. There we go. I've used
Okay,
it.
that tells us a lot. Why am I looking that way? That tells us a lot.
Yeah.
All right, you got 5 seconds.
A, obey.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Son of a motherless.
Yeah.
Put it there, man. I don't know if you're an Aussie, a Kiwi, an American, whatever you are, but put it there, man.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I am the America.
Yep, he's the America
A
Chavez.
lot of my fellow obese friends.
Alrighty, so your final question in this round that you definitely should have passed on.
Yeah, I should have passed on. God damn.
How many eggs did Damon find in the stone from Cyrax?
I want to say the number is 3.
That is correct. 2
Oh,
points.
my shitting lord.
Good job, man.
Alrighty.
Why did I pick dragons?
Alrighty, so
I get the dice gods did. You just chose to accept your fate.
You
yeah,
know what?
Mason,
Thank you.
you ready to spin, or are you going to pass it off to Shadow?
I'm a spin.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Alrighty.
Time out. Time out. Can you check now the answer for the number of dragons?
I've got.
Oh, you got to wait
the
to the
least.
very
I've
end.
got to wait. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
And also, I don't want to just start naming random dragons off while the quiz is still going, because there might be other questions later on about dragons.
I just got to
Gotcha.
have a website up about dragons.
Wait, so we're not supposed to have the wiki open?
Oh, he could pass it.
Okay. So Mason, you got the hard one of crowns. Did you want to keep it, or did you want to spin again?
So what exactly does crowns mean?
Exactly.
It's all questions about crowns.
Crowns, bro.
So is it like describe Rob Stark's crown?
I'm not
Or
telling you what
whose
the
crown
questions
was
are.
this?
Go ahead.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't be like that.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna respin.
Oh, you're not
No
a
balls.
first man.
No balls.
Alrighty. So no matter what happens, you have to take this
He
one.
just said he was American too.
Exact same
Breaks my
thing.
heart. Oh, come on. Okay,
I
smart
never read this
choice.
comic, so I'm glad I didn't get it.
Oh, it's so
Alrighty. I'm prepared for most people to say I'm wrong on most of these, because Duncan is the thing I know the least about.
Oh, good. I'm glad you made the
So-
question.
Yep. So
First of his name.
okay. Question 1. The story of Dunk. Pardon me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Duncan the Tall is a knight during the reign of which Targaryen king?
Oh shoot.
Remember, it's not Aegon the First.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's also not Maegor.
Yeah. Oh,
All right. Can you give me multiple choice?
Okay, is it Aegon the Fifth? Is it Aerys the First? Is it Jaharis or is it Daron? Or Daeron, or however you guys.
Daeron.
I've heard
Yeah.
Daeron.
Daeron. Yeah.
Is it Darren?
You son of a bitch.
That is incorrect.
What? Okay, I'm so glad.
All right,
You said
Spork-
Jaharis, right?
I said Jaharis the second. Yes.
You didn't throw in the second, I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah, you just said Jaharis, and I
Sorry, I
assumed
meant
it
to
was
say the second,
Jaharis.
Yeah, because it
Oh,
is
yeah.
the second. And you would
Yeah.
might have got that, wouldn't you, Mason?
Yeah, I thought you meant Jahar's the first.
Yeah,
That's not it.
because it was the second, correct?
it's between you and Shadow.
Oh
You
no,
both
yeah.
still
I'm
agree.
saying just because what were their names again? You had
Aegon the Fifth.
Aegon the,
Aerys
it
the
was Aegon
First.
the
who
Fifth.
is yeah, so it has to be just Jahara's the second. It's the answer. That's the answer.
Well, Shadow, do you agree?
Shadow, you agree?
No, I absolutely agree.
Yeah,
Why would you agree to that?
because it's correct.
Because I don't know where they fall in the order of things, but I remember
'cause it's
someone
correct.
talking.
Because it's correct.
yeah, I
Because
remember-
egg is egg the fifth. And then
Well,
you
I didn't know
got
that.
yeah, Aries is. Did you say first or
Okay.
second?
Second.
'Cause I
All
could've
right, question 2 for Mason. Which
All right.
notable Rossi house did Duncan the Tall swear fealty to when he was first started his career as a hedge knight?
Oh shit!
Can you say that one more time?
Okay, which notable Westerosi house did Duncan the Tall swear fealty to when he first started his career as a hedge knight?
Okay. Oh shoot. I know his name. It's
He's hot.
oh gosh, what is it?
It's not House Then. Don't worry about it.
All right, 5 seconds, Mason.
All right, go ahead and give me the multiple choice.
Okay, is it House Stark, House Tully, House Baratheon, or House Osgrey?
Osgrey.
Correct, 4 points.
Yo, I can't hear the music box.
No, damn it.
Wait, no, I can now.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Okay, Duncan the Tall was a pivotal figure in which specific event leading up to the significant tension among the noble houses?
Oh shit! What was that again?
Duncan the Tall was a pivotal figure in which specific event leading up to significant tensions amongst the noble houses?
Multiple choice.
Was it the Blackfire Rebellion, the Tourney of Ashford, the First Dornish War, or the Defiance of Duskendale?
Which Blackfire Rebellion?
The Blackfire Rebellion.
Which one?
The first one. That's what it says. That means the first one.
Yeah, that usually goes.
Okay, what were the other three?
The
Some-
Tourney
the
of
Tourney
Ashford, the First Dornish War, or the Defiance of Duskendale?
That's a good question, man.
So is oh dang.
I'm gonna need an answer, buddy.
I'm gonna go with B, whatever B is.
Oh,
The Tourney of Ashford.
you son of a
Correct
gun!
for 1 point.
Yeah, good job.
I would have
Guessing.
agreed with that one.
Yeah.
It's a
All
logical deduction because the
Yeah.
realm was not in a major conflict, and so the only viable option is a tournament.
Yeah. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
So your last question for this round: Duncan the Tall is known to have fought in trial by combat for which nobleman during his early days as a hedge knight?
Can you say that one more time?
Duncan the Tall is known to have fought in a trial by combat for which noble woman during his early days as a hedge knight?
I do not remember.
Go multiple choice.
Yeah, can you give me multiple choice?
All right. Is
Oh.
it Lady Olenna Redwine? Is it Lady Ellen Rain? Is it Lady Rohan Weber? Or is it Lady Joanna Lannister?
Um,
Isn't that the secondary protagonist of the fourth Toy Story movie?
It is, yes.
I'm gonna go with A.
You son of a
Uh,
gun.
Redwine? That is incorrect.
Oh shit! I would have said that too. All right,
right.
let's go with
Do
what
you
were
not
the
think?
multi?
Do you not think she would have had someone from her own family fight for her?
I mean, the Red Ones are a pretty important house.
That was in the
Okay,
second book, wasn't it? Say it again. So say the names.
So Olenna Redwine, Ellen Rain, Rohan Weber, or Joanna Lannister?
I
Oh, it
don't.
wasn't
It's not
Lannister.
Joanna.
Nope.
It's not Joanna because she's from the
Yep.
she's from the main books. So that leaves Rowan
Weber.
or
Weber or Rain.
I feel like Rowan because that reminds me of how George just used Oscar, Elmo, and a third name from Toy Story, and that makes me think Rohan. So I'm gonna go. I think Rowan. If you don't have another option,
Wait a minute. Which one was Rowan?
Rowan, the option C, some last name. I
Okay,
don't know
the
this
Weber
series.
one. Weber.
5 seconds.
All right, go with C.
Shadow's logic is sound. That is correct, and it was all
could-
Toy Story
Also,
characters. It was all
It
Toy
was all
Story.
Toy
Rain-
Stories.
Yeah. Also, Rain would have probably had her. Like all the other houses are known enough to probably have their own
Why-
people.
I don't even know where Rain is.
Yeah.
The Rains of Castamere.
Well, no, the Castameres are
Oh,
the ones that
Castamere.
got.
Fuck, wait,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what threw me
fuck
off
the
too.
Rains.
The Rains
aren't
aren't a
Rains.
house.
They aren't a house.
Rains. Yeah,
But
okay.
people
That's what I
always
thought.
mix them up with the Reigns of Castamere.
Right,
So
right.
Whoa,
was like,
okay.
But in my head, I'm like, is there a Rain family? Even though the
All
song
right.
is about the
Bastard.
Castamere. Yeah,
Shadow,
that's-
this is your spin now.
Woohoo!
Alright, da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I just want to say hi to Cam and hi to Vanessa and
All
hi
right.
to Tina.
You have
taking this.
quotes.
all
doing
the
it.
ladies.
You doing the quotes?
do it.
Oh, all right.
I got the
Here
easy
we
one,
go.
boys.
Alrighty, quotes. Where is quotes? Because it'll be one down the bottom. All right, question 1. Who said this? When you tear out a man's tongue, you are
Graham Lannister.
you're not 2 points.
Nice. That was quick. I'll give you a cheer on that one.
Alrighty. Who said the line? A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinion
Graham
of a
Lannister.
sheep. All right, I'll just
Yeah. Why are they
Point.
all Tywin ones?
no.
Tyrion, then
No,
Tywin.
I
Tyrion's
know
in
Tyrion.
Next one's gonna
I
be
know
Cersei.
Tyrion and Tywin. Yeah, next will be Jamie and Cersei.
Okay. Okay. Who was the first person to say, "I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the wall," in the TV series? Multiple people said it. We're looking for who was the first person to say it.
Like multiple choice.
Is it Jon Snow, Samuel Tarly, Benjamin Stark, or J.L. Mormont?
I want to say Benjen because of the party.
That is incorrect.
Damn it. Okay.
All right, Sporking and Mason.
Mason, would you say Jorah?
Yeah, I think it would have to be Jorah.
Or
'cause he'd
yeah,
have to
because he
say
would
it
be,
for them to repeat it, right?
unless Sam said
Logic
it
sound.
to
That logic
John.
is sound. I wish I thought
Yeah,
of that.
I would say Jorah. I couldn't imagine the other two said it before him. So we're
All right.
going with C
Yeah,
or D,
uh,
whatever Jorah's one is.
yeah.
That is incorrect. It
It's
was in
Sam,
fact Jon
isn't it?
Snow. No, it was
Oh,
John.
fuck it.
John says it first because Sam doesn't know him.
Oh, I thought it was reverse. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hmm,
Shit.
Okay.
Hmm.
What's up, Cam?
See, I was thinking Benjen at like the party, like when he was talking to John and shit. That's
See,
what
I
that's
thought-
my logic.
I thought you had sound logic, but I would have thought it was on the road trip up to the wall
Yeah, that's
where he was
that's-
kind
I've
of
also done it.
where he was kind of confronting John. That's where I thought it was.
I did make specification that it was the first person to say it in the show.
Yeah, you know, I thought he said it.
And-
Oh,
and
does he do it in the book?
They don't really
then?
have a They don't really have a conversation on the trip. It's more of John and Tyrion having a chat, a lovely chat about
Yeah.
books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I thought
Woodstone.
Benjamin. Oh, yeah, in the books.
No, he's with them. They don't have a conversation
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because show watchers prefer to see midgets, I guess, over
Yep.
naturally
Yeah.
sized humans.
That's
sorry, little people.
they're
apologize.
they're little midgets.
All right,
Thank
Scotty,
you.
this is your chance for redemption.
Vertically
So
impaired
Oh, redemption.
halfway through it, we have we have Shadow on 14, then we have Mason on and Scotty both on 11.
Wait a minute. What? Okay.
I pulled ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, you
pulled
did.
ahead.
Easy.
All right,
Freaking
Scotty, here we go. This is your
throwing
one.
your questions. Yeah. What? It's gonna fucking be crowns or something. Houses
damn,
and
you got an easy one.
locations. Yeah, I kind of like that one. Let's go with it.
So
Alright.
damn easy.
No, he's gonna be like, "Where is
No, dude. This one was going to be the hard category.
son of a bitch?"
He's gonna pull shit out like, who are after Robert's Rebellion? Who are the liege lords of Sunrise Bite in the cut?
Yeah, some stupid shit like that. Who is the Lord of Ironwood? All right,
Oh,
let's do
dude, really?
it. That's the first question.
Fuck, I'm going to throw another question now.
Yeah, okay, write it then.
All right. Which family seat is at Dreadfort?
That would be Bolton.
Oh, correct.
Yes,
2
sir.
points.
Yay, me.
All right. Located in Dawn, the residents of the House Martell on Sunspear, what is the name of their castle?
Oh fuck. I know it too. I'm gonna have to get multiple choice because I can't think of it in 20 seconds.
All right. Is it the Water Gardens, the Snake's Den, the Westerosi Pit, or the Sand Pit?
It's the Water Gardens.
It is the Water Gardens, correct.
I should have got that, but for some reason in my head, the Water Gardens were like a summer home. I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought that.
Like a vacation place. Not
Yeah.
Because it's away from the main city. That's the point. That's why you were thinking
Okay.
that, but that's
Yeah.
there. So
Okay. I couldn't.
all right,
I
so
was
next
dropping.
question.
Yep.
What is the name of the castle / stronghold that is comprised of 3 towers? The Drunken Tower, the Gatehouse Tower, and the Children's Tower.
What? Wait a minute. What? Say that again.
What is the name of the castle / stronghold that is comprised of 3 different towers? Tower 1, the Drunken Tower. Tower 2, the Gatehouse Tower. And Tower 3, the Children's Tower.
One
I
of
don't
those
even
names
know
confirms
this one.
where it is. I just don't know which one of it is. It is.
Tower 1, the Drunken Tower. Tower 2 was what again?
The Gatehouse Tower, and
And
Tower
Tower
3
3
is the Children's Tower. Those 3
Yeah.
towers put together make what castle / stronghold?
Oh, okay. I had no clue what you were talking about. I still don't know the answer. I will take multiple choice.
Okay. Is it the Dreadfort? Is it Torrhen Square? Is it Castle Kerwin, or is it Moat Caelan?
I was thinking something completely different.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Were you thinking the Shadow Tower?
That's where I was going with it too. I was gonna say
Yeah, because
gate for some
the
reason. I was
gate-
thinking the answer was
sure.
gate. Yeah. So you got Moat Cailin, Torrance Square. What were the other two? Moat Cailin, Torrance Square.
So we got Dreadfort, Torrance
Dreadfort.
Square, Castle Kerwin or Serwin, depending on how it's pronounced,
Yeah,
and Moat Cailin.
I feel like it's B or D.
5 seconds.
I'm just gonna go with my first thought. Torrance Square.
That's what I think as well.
That is incorrect.
Yeah,
Shadow and
shit.
Mason, you have chance to steal. 1 point.
So if it's not Torn Square, then it's probably Moat Cailin, unless Mason pulls out the actual place out of his prison.
I
pouch.
think it's Moat Cailin.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
All right, you
So
look,
that's what we're gonna go with.
We say Moat Cailin.
That would be the correct answer.
Shit, I knew it was one of the two.
Damn, you missed the coin flip, man. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I really did. I really did.
All right, final question. What is the name of Sam Tarley's family castle?
Okay,
Holy shit,
there
why-
the
I'll take
March-
multiple choice. Why can't I think of it?
Okay, is it Gosford Castle, Moat Cailin, Hornhill, or Castle Black?
Hornhill. Hornhill.
That is correct.
No, I
Shit,
think it's
why
just
couldn't
black.
I think of that? Wow, I got what, 3 out of, even though I had
Yeah.
to do multiple choice. That sucks for 2 of
See,
them.
I was
Hey,
thinking,
you're equally back in the lead.
Yeah, well,
So-
until he goes
Yeah.
next round.
Yeah.
I was thinking the marches, but that's like the region they're from.
That's
and I
the
think that's
yeah.
a
Right.
band. I
All right,
think that's the
Mason.
band name for the area.
Here we go.
I never
All
heard of
right.
the drunken one, the kid one. That one was tough.
Well, you only get like one actual Moat Cailin
Oh.
chapter, so that's probably why.
Alrighty, Mason, you got swords.
Awesome.
All right,
So I
Or
don't have, like,
swords. Swords in
No, no,
American.
Best words.
What? Why would you say swords? It's pronounced
Because we
swords.
dropped the W for some reason. I
Everyone
just
drops the
realized that.
W. You idiot.
Swords.
I mean,
I
we
never
also
thought-
dropped the E. We also dropped the E in a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
Done.
We call him, my daughter calls him Ninja E's.
All right, Mason.
Racist,
Your very
maybe?
first
I
question.
don't know.
What is the name of the sword that Aegon wields now that he's king? In the
So
TV series.
it-
TV series. In House of Dragon.
Blackfire.
Sorry.
It's Blackfire.
You said Blackfire? Correct. 2 points.
Sweet.
Wow, let's get a hard
Oh.
one, swords. Fucking
Dude,
Moat
They're
Cailin.
all pretty hard.
Dude, the swords was the easy category.
You suck.
So, all right. What's the name of Prince Daemon's sword?
You
Dark
suck.
Sister.
It's so damn easy.
Oh my god, you just like Mason. You said something about it earlier.
Yeah, I did earlier. Okay. Nightfall is a Valyrian steel longsword that belongs to which house?
Thank God.
Nightfall
Called
is in
Nightfall?
the time of day or category of soldier.
The name of the sword.
No, but is it a K? Is it night is in KN or night is in N?
It's with an N.
Okay.
Well, technically,
Fair
they
reason,
both
I
have
got
it.
you.
They both have N's in it. So,
All
Damn
right. Can you give me a multiple choice?
all right. Is it House Harlaw? Is it House Greyjoy? Is it House Tully or is it House Bracken?
I think I know.
I'm gonna guess A.
House Harlaw.
Yeah.
That's correct. Mason's in
Son
the
of a
lead.
bitch. Nice job.
Oh, I think he takes the lead now, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
he's in the
probably
lead.
because
so.
he got some.
Oh, wait, he was in the lead with the last one. So, all right. So, what is the name of the Valyrian steel longsword with a distinctive black blade? Right, wait, I think I'll be back in 20 seconds.
You son of a gun. He's gonna look it up. He's cheating.
Okay, a black blade. That's probably a reference to Scottish black blades. Okay, so it's probably a northern house. Wait, why am I helping
Yeah.
you, Mason?
Or it's Valerian, like the Valerians because they're black.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. No, but that's actually a really cool thing about. Apparently, for whatever reason, the Scots, like they're either I don't remember if it was cosmetic or if it was just like the way their steel was forged, but their
Mhm.
blades were black.
Alrighty, I'm back. What's your answer, Mason? Or do you want multiple choice?
Yeah, I want multiple choice.
Son of
All
a
right.
bitch.
Is it Blackfire? Is it Orphan Maker? Is it Dark Raw? Or is it Vigilance?
Shoot.
For the memes that say Orphan Maker, even though that's not a real sword.
Stop telling them answers.
If you think Orphan Maker's a real sword, then you think Technoblade was part of Game of Thrones. Rest in peace, Technoblade. Gone too soon.
I'm gonna go with D.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what was the question once again? Because I wasn't paying attention.
What Valyrian steel sword has a distinctive black blade? And our options are Blackfire, Orphan Maker, and I think Vigilance after Mason took the fourth one away. Is that right?
No,
Mr. Grant?
Vigilance was the fourth one, and there's Dark Raw.
Can you repeat that? Because I heard Dark Roar, and I don't think that
Dark
sounds right.
Raw, yes.
Dark Roar.
Roar.
Yeah, it's in Raw, like what a lion does. Raw.
I've never heard of that, but it sounds like it could be real.
You know
And you
what?
already
Yeah.
put Blackfire as the answer for another one, so I'm gonna go. My AP test practice makes me think it's Dark Roar. Sporking, do you agree?
Yeah, because I think Blackfire has like a charcoal look to it. So that wouldn't be like a lighter gray or a dark gray. So you know what? I'll go with what you're saying. And if you're wrong, it's your
Dark Roar, because you already said Blackfire as an answer.
All right, so
I don't know if you're talking
you went, sorry, you went Dark Raw?
Dark Roar, yeah.
That is incorrect. I actually made that one up on the spot.
I thought is it Blackfire
was
or is it
No, it's Orphan Maker.
who's
That's a
Orphan
real
Maker?
sword.
That's a real sword.
I was
What?
thinking you were playing with Widowmaker, so I didn't know
It's
if
Widow's
Orphan Maker
Wail.
Oh, Widow's Wail. I always screw that up.
I
Who-
thought that was
who
like
is,
I thought that was the fake edgy one. Hold on,
Is
song
is
of
that
ice
a
and fire.
is that like a
Orphan
Ironman
Maker.
sword? Ironborn? Whose freaking sword is
I
that?
don't know. I was literally I was just looking at the ones on the wiki
Belonging
page
to
and
House
I come across
Roxton.
one.
Who the fuck are
Hey,
House
Jane.
Roxton?
Yeah, Jane's got you. Orphan Maker is a real sword. I have no clue whose that is though.
There you go.
Yeah,
10 points
we
to
believe
Jane.
Jane
Random
over
house.
you.
They're just a random house that fought in the Dance of the Dragons.
No shit. I don't think I
Apparently
ever knew
it's-
that.
Apparently, it disappeared. It showed up. It had an edgy Zoomer name. It killed some guys and then just disappeared from Westerosi history.
As all good swords do. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Shadow, you actually have one of your spins left if you don't like what it lands on, except if it's opponent or spinner's
Hard.
choice.
And what are my
So-
options?
Spinner's-
House of the Dragon, Viserys Targaryen, Spinner's or hard.
And hard.
Crowns.
Yeah.
Hard.
Okay. I'm
Give him the
mildly
crowns. Give him the
concerned, but I feel like with the power of God and anime on my side, I can withstand any threat.
Opponent's choice.
Give him the crowns, right, Mason? Crowns?
Crowns?
Yeah, give him
Okay.
the crowns.
All
We're
right.
giving him crowns.
They think
That
I
is
really
a-
like you.
You fail to grasp the level of tis of my wield.
I was gonna say.
I'm just
I
gonna
think-
randomly pull these details out.
I kind of have a feeling he's gonna be good at this, knowing his love for like armor and swords and that sort of stuff. So
The
Ice is
tism
the
is a
best.
To be
sword
honest,
without a hilt.
yeah,
What's gonna do this for me? What's gonna do this is the amount of CK2 playthroughs I've seen using the House of the Dragon or
Yeah.
the Game of Thrones mod.
Alrighty.
That's what's gonna save me here.
Question number one.
All right.
Name the crown. By the description. So yeah, you got to name what the name of the actual crown is called.
Okay.
A crown made of flowers and vines.
I would like multiple choice because the only thing coming to my mind is Garland, and that does not sound correct.
Okay, is it the crown of Jane Westerling? Is it the crown of Baelor the Blessed? Is it the crown of Renly Baratheon? Is it the crown of Daenerys Stormborn?
I hate Renly enough to say it's Renly's crown,
So you're looking
even
in
though it's
Renly?
probably Jane's. I say Renly even though it's probably Jane's.
That is incorrect. All right, Sporking and
Yeah.
Mason. Is it Jane Westerling's crown, Baelor's crown, or Daenerys' crown?
So it's not Daenerys. I don't think. Baelor. Why do I want to say Baelor? What do you think,
Yeah,
Mason?
I'd lean towards Baelor actually.
Feel like he would have a really gay one like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember her having a crown. And if she
All right,
did, would it be
5
a
seconds.
northern crown? Okay, fucking bear lore, right?
Can't believe
Yeah.
you're doing my boy Baylor like that. Well, I mean, it's the correct answer.
It is correct.
Damn, I didn't realize
Baylor.
Baylor liked men.
More like Gaylor.
Yeah, exactly. I
Renly-
didn't realize
Wow.
Baylor liked men. Holy shit. If
Renly
that's why
had
he
like
was so
the
wrapped up into
horns.
the fate. He
or
was
the-
repressing his dark,
Yeah.
twisted urges.
Yeah, Renly had like elk.
All right, so name the wearer of the crown based on this description. A circlet of Valerian steel set with big square cut rubies.
Can I get multiple choice?
Is it Aegon the Conqueror's? Is it Jaehaerys the First? Is it Aegon the Unworthy? Or is it the crown of the Maker?
And is this specifically
The crown it was
first
made
per-
for. Yep, the crown it was made for.
Okay, who the crown was made for? I'm gonna go with Aegon the Conqueror.
Correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Crown of the
yeah.
Maker. What the hell is that?
Probably like a god's crown. See,
The
okay,
crown-
if I knew it was specifically who it was made for, I would have gone with Aegon. But I'm like,
The crown of the
There's-
Maker is the crown that Maegor wore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was the crown of the Smith. Okay.
The
I'm an
Smith,
idiot.
the Maker. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What,
I
no,
didn't
what
know
I mean
that-
is I thought that's what was like on the statue
Yeah.
of the Smith,
Yeah,
not that it was
yeah, yeah.
actually. Yeah.
okay. This next one. An immense crown of spun gold and crystal, that wreaths the head with rainbows when the wearer moves.
It's not multiple
s-
choice, dickhead.
You want
Oh,
multiple
good. So he
choice?
He
Okay.
gets only one.
Okay. Is it the crown of the High Septon?
Jane,
Is
what?
Is it is it Baelor? Is it Aegon the Fourth, or is it Jaehaerys?
I'm gonna go with the High Septon because religion.
Correct for 1 point.
Yep.
I got one crown point at the very least.
Yep.
All right, so
Oh, two actually. Yeah.
a crown of yellow gold, embodied and enlarged with. Sorry, what?
You're
Oh,
good. You're all right.
All right, a crown of elaborate and larger than more ornament crowns of Aegon the First. It's inlaid with jade pearls and the faces of the seven.
I'm gonna say Aegon that was made for Aegon the Unworthy because that sounds like something he would do.
Good guess.
That is incorrect. So
That's a good guess, though.
a chance for a 2-point steal from
All right,
Sporking, and you don't
what
get
do you-
multiple choice. You just
Oh,
have
we
to,
don't?
No, because he didn't do it.
Oh,
But it's worth
shit.
2 points if you get it.
All right. So what is it again?
So we have the crown of the unworthy. We have crown of
No,
Aegon
no, no,
the
no,
Third.
no, no. You're not supposed to give us the multiple choice. What's the crown
Oh
sound
shit!
like?
Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
a crown description. It was like something
Sorry.
about gold.
Yeah,
and
it's okay.
Okay,
jade
yeah.
and
So it's
more
it's
ornament.
gold, elaborate. It has it's more ornate than the crown of Aegon the First. In other words, it's more grander.
Okay.
It's inlaid with jade and pearls and with the faces of the seven.
What do you think, Mason? I'm trying not to look at the chat. 'Cause someone must know. But
I mean, chat looks like they don't. I mean,
Okay,
we know that.
so-
I would say Baylor, but we all know Baylor is
Yeah.
a little gay boy and he likes flowers.
yeah, what do you think, Mason?
So it would have to be someone that's like pious. I did they
Yeah.
have to give the another High Septon? Like, didn't somebody steal his crown? Am I misremembering that?
Not that I remember.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome though.
I thought Aegon the Unworthy because the High Tower. He's technically a High Tower, and they have a deep
Yeah.
connection with the faith, and he's also a bit of a dick, especially.
He's
in
messing
the
with my
show.
mind.
All right, you got
Yes,
5
okay.
seconds.
No,
Quick,
we
come
don't get
on.
5
So-
seconds. He just talked for
Three.
5 seconds. All right.
All right,
So-
yeah.
One.
I would
Or
say
the blessed.
no. I would say either Aenys or let's just go with Aenys because I don't think he took his father's crown. and he was trying to be nice with the fate.
All right. Is that what's your
All
final
right.
answer?
Yeah, that's what we're going with.
You're going with Aenies. You should have went with
Megor.
Aenies because it's correct.
Oh, what
Oh,
the
damn.
fuck? I got that shit. Bum, 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 bum.
Damn
I
it.
don't believe I got that. Holy shit, I got that.
The moment you
was
said
such-
Aenies, I'm like,
It
wait
just
a minute, it's gotta
sounded
be
right.
Megor.
The
It's
pearl.
gotta
Yeah.
be, well, I was thinking Megor.
It was something
like,
with the
you know-
pearls, but it also with the 7 because he thought they loved him and they fucking hated him.
Damn it.
Yeah, because you can really see Magor wearing a crown that has the 7 on it.
I can see it
Yeah,
as like
right?
a mocking thing.
Yeah.
I could definitely see it as like a mocking, like something Damon would do.
I think like pretty much everything else, he could do it out of spite.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
So
I can't believe I got
after,
that.
so after round 2, in last
Definitely.
place, Shadow with 17, Scott 18, and
Yeah.
Mason
Oh,
is
wow.
on 20.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All
Mr.
right.
Easy question.
So this is how this last question works. Oh, wait a
Okay.
sec. What are you doing, sweetie? It's got 3%. Well, you want to go plug it in? Go put it on charge, darling.
There is a minion
All right, you turned
currently harassing the game show host.
Alrighty. So round 3. I don't have a card for this. So round 3 works like this. Each person gets to name one of the specific topic. The topic today is Hands of the King.
Okay.
So what happens is
We have
you
to
get
name
to
them.
you have to name them. So it'll
Oh,
go
son of a
around.
bitch.
It'll go around in order. If you get one
Full
wrong,
names?
close enough. So
Okay.
Sorry. There you go. Spin it, darling. If you get it correct, you get 1
Mhm.
point. If you lose, then you're out of this round.
Shit.
The round finishes when all answers have been done or all people have made a mistake.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Seeing as
So-
I'm last, can I go first?
Well, this is how it goes because Mason is first. Mason gets to choose whether he goes first or second.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, I'm going first.
Okay, you're going first. Alrighty. So then it'll go next. It'll go Scotty. Then it'll go Shadow.
Okay.
All right. Go first, Mason.
All right, Ned Stark.
Okay, sorry, it's gonna take a while just to get me to mark them down. Correct for 1 point. So, all right, Scotty.
Otto Hightower.
Okay, where's H's? I know it's there. That's correct. So Scotty's 19. All right, Shadow.
And just to clarify, we are just naming random hands, right?
Hands. Yeah.
Yeah,
random.
the Hand of the King.
Okay, and it's specifically the king as he's reigning on the Iron Throne.
That's what a hand is.
Yep.
So,
Right, but like for instance, like
Not
if I were
like
to
Danny.
go, if I were to go Davos Seaworth, who is the hand
Nope.
of, that would not
Yeah,
be valid. But
very
if I were
good
to
point.
Say,
Very
Yeah.
good point.
yeah, just wanted to get that cleared out of the way. Let's go, John Aaron.
Oh, good.
John
one.
Aaron is correct. All right, Mason, back to you.
Tywin Lannister.
He's correct. Just gonna find one. Should have put these in
Which
better
king?
order. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's as long as he was one.
Damn
Sorry.
it!
All right. So Scotty.
Barth.
Okay. Yep. Bath. Correct.
Yep.
Because he was only known as Lord Bath. So.
Yep.
All right. Shadu.
I'm running my head through. I know it was there was a strong. I just don't remember the name of the. It was the older strong guy, like the patriarch of the Strong family. I just don't remember his. Harlow Strong? No, that's wrong. That's not correct.
Is that your answer?
It's the Strong patriarch as of the beginning of the House of the Dragons. The plump
Yeah.
guy after Otto
Yeah.
was removed.
Oh yeah. What's his
That
name?
individual. Lord Strong.
Lord Strong.
Lord Strong is technically legal. It is a legal answer. I could refer to him as Lord Strong if I were in his presence.
What do you guys think? Should I accept that or not?
He knows
I
who
wo-
he's
I
talking
wouldn't-
about. He knows
I
who he's
wouldn't-
talking about.
I wouldn't. It's not good enough for government work. I would not if I were these two.
I just don't want you to then just keep going like Lord and then naming different places.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, screw
That's,
him. All right,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
So
Mason.
the only way that I would accept it, there are 2 or 3 of them that were only just known as Lord. We'll never know
Right.
their first name.
But that's not this one. All right.
It's flat, so you've got to put on charge, darling. Go put good girl.
Yeah. So I guess I'm out of the running. I'll just get.
Yeah.
I'll just pull
So
out.
yep. So you're out. You're
Alright.
out of the running. So
I'll just be
all right,
reading this for the next 10 minutes then.
Alrighty. So Mason.
Blood Raven, aka Brendan Rivers.
Ooh, good one.
Based. Name a single thing he did wrong.
Nothing.
Challenge
okay.
impossible.
All right, Scotty.
Lionel Strong.
Oh, that's a good one. I
Yeah,
like
that's
that
a good
guy.
one. I thought about
Yeah.
that for a while.
Yeah.
Mason. Are you also American?
Yes.
I'm driving to your
Uh,
house. I don't know which state it is in, but I'm driving to your
Corlys
house. and I'm thinking,
Valerion.
Say again.
Corlys Valerion.
Correct.
What? Wait a minute. Who's? Oh,
Corlys, the
What?
sea snake.
yeah. But when was he a hand? I don't remember that.
After the war, I think to like appease everyone, he was named Hand by
Yep.
Aegon the Unworthy.
Oh, okay.
If I remember right, because he was never a hand under. He was never a hand under.
Rhaenyra. He was never a hand under.
Well, but we also specified that it's got to be whoever's actually on the Iron Throne, which is why like even though Stannis is the Manus, you can't say Davos
Yeah.
Seaworth. And he was Lord of Ships, and I think he was never Lord of Laws, but he was Lord of Ships.
It was never the Lord of Laws. All right, give me just 1 second.
No, I was thinking of Stannis. No, Stannis was never Lord of Laws. He would just be great as a Lord of Law. It was after Aegon. It had to be under Aegon
Yeah.
the Unworthy because I remember they gave him something to try and appease him,
Mhm.
and he still launched the coup anyway. So I think he was Hand.
Okay.
Well, Jane, to answer your question, we specified
Yeah.
that you can't it's got to be the actual person on the Iron Throne. It can't because then you could just say Tyrion or Tormund. Technically, could be a hand of the king for Mance.
But you could say Tyrion.
I was gonna say Tyrion
Danny
next.
specifically. For Danny specifically.
No,
We're not talking
he
about
was
specific-
hand for
Well,
even though he was
wasn't
in place
actually
of.
Hand though. He was.
But he
acting
was.
Hand.
No, he was
That's-
hand.
Doesn't matter.
Season
That's
8
what-
doesn't count.
All right.
So, all right.
Oh,
so,
I was gonna say Tyrion because he
yeah,
was
that
the
counts.
hand. Oh, okay,
that
good.
counts.
Tyrion Lannister.
All right, Mason.
Oros Baratheon.
Is it Oros though?
I'm pretty sure.
That is incorrect.
Oh dang.
Now you said Oros and it screwed me up.
All right, Scotty, you're behind by 2. You need to get 3 in a row right to take this game.
Oh, I'm screwed.
Mason, we were thinking about the bastard brother of Aegon, right? The
Orthan.
guy who ended up taking the Stormlands.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Orthan. Oh fuck.
Nope,
Orthan?
it's just Oros. It's Oros. Oros. Let that sink
Oh,
through
so
your
I
mind.
will. Is that it? It's Oros.
That's
You
what
sure?
Mason said.
Oh, Orthan.
Yeah. Or maybe it's Boros, as in Boros
Yeah,
Blau.
something like that. Yeah, you guys are
let it-
fucking me
Sorry,
way
I
up.
meant
Let-
who's it?
Right. Let him cook.
Alexander, don't help him.
Orphan. Shit. Oh, I don't look at. I won't look at it. That's why I'm looking up.
I just realized we
Orthan?
skipped. I just realized we skipped a very important one.
We do. Well, Duncan the Tall. He was Lord Commander. Oh no, he was Lord Commander. Shit.
He's Lord
was he
Commander,
hand?
yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't a hand.
So
You can't be a hand of
Um,
Lord Commander.
what about? I want to say Orthan Baratheon. I can't say his name correctly now. I want to say Orthian Baratheon.
What's the name that you're saying?
Or I
Orthian.
can't say it correctly.
Or
He's saying Orthian.
Or is it Orthian? Or
you've said 3.
Orthian?
You've said 3 different names that have an O in it. So
What do you say
either
it
pick
was
either
Orthian?
pick a
Orthian.
different person or say give me your final
All right,
answer
let me-
now.
Okay, Orthian Baratheon.
Orthian Baratheon?
Yeah, that's not.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
No.
What is it?
Chat is saying Oris. Chat is saying Oris
Oris.
Baratheon.
Was Breakbones one?
Ormond.
Ormond?
Ormond Baratheon.
Oh, what about Breakbones? Was Breakbones one?
No.
No.
I realized we all forgot about Kevin Lannister.
Oh shit!
Oh, poor Kevin.
All right.
Oh my
Poor
god!
Kevin.
I'll go.
No, the
I'll go.
really
I'll go
sad
through
thing
'em.
about Kevin. The really sad thing about Kevin, in my opinion, is everyone.
He was good. He was
He's
good.
objectively one of like the best. Like
Yes.
had he not been born under Tywin, he would have
Yep.
gone down in history. But because his older brother is objectively like a genius,
Dude, he was. He put it
He
this way,
was one of the
even
best hands. He got
He wasn't even the
murdered.
best guy to get killed by a crossbow that
Yeah.
night either.
All right, that's true. All right, so he got stabbed.
right,
Actually, no
so
crossbow.
yeah, Kevin, second
Yeah.
son.
All right, so here we go. This
Son of
is
the-
Okay.
the order in alphabetical order via their last name. We have John Aram, or Ormond Baratheon, Rogar Baratheon, Lord Bath, Lord Bracken, Ambrose
Bracken.
Butterwell, Alton Segliga. I always say that house wrong. His brother Edwall as well. We got
Mhm.
Carlton Chelstus, Kristen Cole.
What about?
Cross-
Oh shit! That
Wait,
piece
when
of
was-
shit. Yeah, he
Hey,
was.
whoa,
He was
whoa,
for
whoa,
Aegon.
Whoa,
Dude, you've got to
whoa.
understand. The one mock that Shadow has, he's Team Green, like hardcore.
Yeah.
No,
and
I'm
you
no
fucked that-
longer Team Green.
Wow.
I'm Team Shepherd. Just burn the whole fucking thing to the ground. I don't care about
Yeah.
either side. This war is to determine who wins, petulant child or rapist. I don't care.
Both. All right, so
I
I'll
choose
keep
kill
going.
all the nobles
So,
and build a syndicalist republic. That's my vote.
We had John Connington.
Oh yeah, shit. Shit.
We have Lucas Haraway. We have Lord Harford or Hayford. John Hightower. Tywin Yeah, give me a second, sweetie. All right. So we have Ryan Redwine, Bryden Rivers, Thaddeus Rowan, Edgar Sloan, Miles Smallwood, Cregan Stark, Eddard Stark, Lionel Strong.
Cregan was considered the hand in the hour of the wolf.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I would have.
Um,
Totally forgot about that.
There was a give me a second, sweetie.
Minion
We got Osmond Strong. We got Baelor
Osmond
Targaryen, Maelor Targaryen, Valar Targaryen, Viserys Targaryen, Daemon Targaryen, and Marston Waters.
Wait a minute. Say the Targaryens again one more time.
That's a lot of
Baelor,
Targaryen.
Maegor, Valar, Viserys, and Daemon.
Wasn't one of them Breakbones?
Breakbones was Harlan Strong.
No. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different guy. Who's the one from that dies in the first Duncan?
Valar Targaryen.
Duncan the Tall. Yeah, what was his nickname? I thought it was Breakbones.
No, Breakbones is Harlan Strong.
I know Harlan Strong had that name too.
I
All
need
right,
to
I'm
get
gonna look
this
it up in a
comic series, evidently.
So
Yeah.
by the end of it, we have a final score of Mason with 24 winning, Scott
Oh my god,
22, and Shadow with 18. Yeah.
that was good, man. Good for you, you Mason. Now let's
Yeah,
get
you
him to
Mason,
100
you.
subs. Let's get
Yeah.
him to 100 subs.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh,
You guys put up a really good fight. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
just got lucky.
I mean, how are we gonna beat a dude with Roman PFP? Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Man, I can't believe he's didn't even get Series Targaryen one. That was an easy one too. I'm just looking at it now, just like, oh my god, that one was really easy.
You suck. I can't believe we missed a couple of those. Those were some big ones. Those were some big ones.
Boom. There we go. So yeah,
shit.
that's the quiz. So each time we've done it, we've had a different person win. So it's awesome.
Yeah, actually that
Yo.
is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Until Jane comes in and starts cleaning the floor with everyone.
All right, I'm looking up these names again. Hold on. I just want to see the one Targaryen. I got to know his nickname.
You want to dispute everything that I've done. I worked my ass off in this and just go, no, it's not right.
Yes. Did I say Ormond?
No, you said
Orthian?
Orthian or something. Or
You
something
said
to do with-
Orthian.
Oh, it's Break Spears. It's Break Spears.
See?
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Given how hard
Brittany's
it is
older
to break
brother.
a-
Oh, that was Baylor Break Spears. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Prince of Dragonstone. That's how I got that confused. Okay. Great
Spears
stuff,
is a
everybody.
badass nickname.
It is. Break Spears is a good one.
Because normally
All right,
you need a
well,
Zweihander
we tried.
to do that.
They
We tried.
called him that. They also called Britney Spears' father that as well.
Yeah, Baylor Break Spears. He looked a little Dornish, if you know what I mean.
Good girl, you did it.
All right, we got to round this up because I got to go to work in the morning. Thank you to everybody. We are going to have some fun times coming up. We are going to go finish the whole Dance of the Dragons hopefully next week, and then we will get into the show the week after, watching a couple episodes and going over it. So make sure you guys come back. Shadow, good to meet you. You're more than welcome to join us. Had a good time. Let them know where they can find you, man.
Well, they're asking about that in the chat. Howdy, everyone. I'm the Shadow of the Hawk. You can find me over on YouTube under Shadow of Hawk 55. I just kind of post whatever I want, whatever I feel like. I've recently discovered how to make 10-minute quick little videos, so expect to see a lot more of those. You can find me with very, 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 very awful takes like the greens are better than the blacks over on Twitter as Umbral Pidgey the White. Because originally I was Umbral Pidgey, and then I got my account removed because apparently telling someone in very aggressive language that you shouldn't insult a woman when she's sharing a very personal story.
Yeah.
That gets me banned off Twitter. So I have returned like Gandalf did.
Oh shit, I'm already
Umbral Pidgey the
subscribed to
White.
you.
What?
All right. I'm already subscribed to you. I didn't
Oh, that was probably
realize
because
that
of
was
one of the Legion Talk Game of Thrones streams. You probably
Yeah.
were like in the chat then and did it once. And then over on my coffee page, which is linked in my Twitter page, you can read some of the original content that I've been writing, trying to take advantage of the Iron Age push. I've got A Wandering, which is a tale of a knight traveling across the world. You've got Paradise Gone, which is the story of a augmented detective trying to like piece together and do a little bit of good in a world full of bad, as well as a story that may be getting a little bit of update depending on when I feel like it, called The Forsworn, following a young woman who has been stolen from her home, doesn't feel like going back, and is just kind of, a Red Sonja type character traveling through the world as a woman. So if any of that tickles your fancy, check it out. Feel free to leave a review. Feel free to share it around. Would mean a lot. I've got another chapter of A Wandering, which will be very Battle of Pelennor Fields-esque, coming out
Very
soon,
cool.
as well as a chapter for Paradise Gone titled Case War Crime in Time. So sorry for the long spiel.
No
I'm a
worries,
little
man.
bit out of
That's a play on words.
Yeah. So make sure you guys subscribe to the man. All right. We got one subbed already. So good for you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Mason, let them know where to find you so we can get you to 100 subs.
Yeah, just look me up, Free Folk of Fandom. I'm on YouTube. I'm planning on doing some book reviews.
Nice.
Yeah. I have a bunch of videos in my backlog that I've been meaning to make for a while, but I will get around to them. I'm on Twitter. Just search Free Folk of Fandom. Yeah, just come check me out. Hopefully, I can get a few more people to follow me.
Hell
Yeah.
to the yes. We love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. And
Yeah.
Grant, anything?
Yeah, so at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm giving myself a challenge. I'm doing one song a day. I'm going to be releasing that, so I'm up to day 2 at the moment. So check those out on Twitter. I have my new YouTube channel called Pixel Symphony, where I'm going to be doing all my music on that one. My main channel is nearly at 460,000 subs, so Mason will probably be monetized before I am at this rate. So
True.
you only follow channels that love. No wonder you're not following me. How dare you? How dare you, sir? But apart from that, you can see me here next week when we talk about Game of Thrones and Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah, a little Dance of the Dragons. See you, little girl. We love you, the little one. The little Aussie, we'll call her. I hope everybody has a good night. We might be hopefully back Thursday for the anime / maybe something else stream, and then I'm really hoping Saturday we'll be back to do a aluminum spork talking some weird stuff. Other than that, guys, have a great night, everyone. We're going out with the old song. Later.